I think we're live. I think we're live. Hey, what's up? We're live. Hello. Hey,
Hello,
Ted. What's up?
everybody. Hey, how's it going?
We are live. Oh, I got my YouTube going somewhere. 1 second. 1 second. Totally my fault. I had my YouTube in the background. Sorry, I've got it fixed. Wow, what a busy day. Hello, everyone. You want to go through and say hi to everybody? Can you see it, or you want me to read their names?
Let me see if I can see it. I probably can put it in the comments, and then you can read their names and say what's up. Paula Grant, what is up?
If you just drive safely, and I'll say the name. How about this? I'll say hi to everyone and give you a chance. If you jump in, if not, I'll go to the next name. How's that? So I'll go way back to the beginning. There's been lots of, I think I like to honor the earliest ones. So Justin Investigates JTB says, hello.
What's up, JTB? Good to see you.
We got Norma. Norma says, good morning, Shibby and Ted. It's great to be here. Bless you both.
Bless your heart, Norma. It's great to see you that you're on here.
Tanya says, hello, Shibby, Ted, and chat.
Yo.
Sheila, one of my, Sheila is the Ted NATO, and she calls you Ted NATO, and she calls all the ladies Shibby's Angels. For
really nice.
So we got Ted NATO. Oh no, Ted NATO Bond, or Tornado Bond, or something like that.
Tornado Bond, nice. And she did do some pretty good photos of me. She sent me some with my helmet where I looked crazy.
Right. I got those too. So thank you, Sheila, for all the stuff you send us in the emails. There it is.
Should I wear this in the police? I don't want to ruin my hair.
No, you don't want to, just in case. Have it ready. There could be hail in the future.
Or a riot. I can get in a riot.
Yeah. Or going in, and if you go gangland territory, put that on. It'll go well, I'm sure. Right? The gangsters will just love seeing you in that. So Nat says, hi, Shibby and Ted, I'm sure. Say hi to Nat. Nat for Plum.
What's up, Nat?
We got AJ. Hello, everyone.
AJ. Do we got Dee Dee in there? Where's our
I'm not sure.
Dee Dee?
Not sure.
Okay.
We got Just Grant. JG, I call him. JG.
Oh, yeah. JG is our weatherman.
He's helping out big time that day. Yeah, he was on for 3 or 4 hours with me, and he was kind of like in the shadows for whenever you left. He helped me out. So it was great. I'm scrolling through. I'm just going to stop at the new names, not every comment. Oh, we got Chaos. Kayolss. Hey, it says LFG. Right? I don't know what that means. LFG. What's
let's
LFG
fucking
mean?
go. LFG.
Yeah,
let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go, bro. Let's do it, Chaos. All right. I thought Ted, did you say Iowa, or did I may accidentally said Iowa?
Iowa, Mason City, Iowa. Jody Hosenberg.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he said Iowa. Thank you, Chaos. Bog. Hello, Bog.
What up, Bog? Nice to see you.
So, Bog, we're
really
just kind of.
Voice.
So, Bog, we are just going through to say hi to everybody because Ted is in a bad signal area. So, when Ted gets his signal better, we're going to give you a complete update of everything. So, we're just going to say hi to everybody first, okay? Complete update. And Ellen says, hey, Shibby, Ted was butchering. Oh, Jody Hoysen-Troit's name.
You're right. Thank you. I'm. That's the Chicago Public School. It's Hoysen-Trot. Yeah, Hoysen-Trot. Hoysen-Trot.
So it's not Hoysen-Troit because it's a Truit. But if you say it's Hoysen-Trot, I'll go with it.
And wait, I just want to tell her. Oh.
No, go ahead. Oh, you said Hosenberg accidentally. That's why.
Yeah, I'm gonna get shit for that. So sorry about that, everyone.
No, Jody Hoysen-Trot. Jody Hoysen-Trot.
V, what's up, V?
I'll remind you. V's in the house.
We love V.
Let's keep going. Correction, Hoysen-Trout. Oh, she says Hoysen-Trout now. Hoysen-Trout. Thank you. That actually helps me a lot. Hoysen-Trout. We'll figure it out.
I just got to make.
I
got to make sure when I'm talking to the police that they're going to be like, all right, this guy doesn't even know the person's last name.
So today, if I watch any of those, especially from her news agency, they'll say her name perfectly how she wanted it. I'm sure.
Now I want everybody to understand. I watched the Netflix documentary. I know the case. It's just the last name. Like, I'm not disrespectful where I'm going there, like shooting from the hip. I've watched a lot of the videos. I just had a bad time with her last name and forgot,
Well,
but I've watched her excellent.
V, I don't know if you can see my thumbnail, but I added some stuff. Yeah. I was going to make a new thumbnail to add everything, but I've made a banner. So go with the banner. Yeah. Ted is a busy guy. So I'll update it to, I just found out about the Jody Hustentrout today. So I'll make a new thumbnail, but I've made a new banner, right? And I've added that, I've added everything so Ted can cover whatever's, because he's running around and he's just kind of stopping while he's doing his regular stuff too. So he's doing this for us. So we've got to be a little more flexible on what Ted talks about.
Yep. And hopefully one day YouTube can free up time. But as of right now, I got to be in offices and do, full-time job too. So.
Well, I think it's partly my fault for being so descriptive. I should just do a generic and we'll just talk whatever. Because, I don't even know half the time what we're going to cover. So I'm trying to put too much description in these titles and people are getting too used to that. So I think I'll roll that back and just put Ted and Shibby, come and listen. That's it. Because then if I do anything else, I take heat, shrapnel, if we've changed plans and all that. So it's my fault. I'll stop being so descriptive. And that's people just, if you want to listen to us, listen. If not, don't hold me account because I'm trying my best to update you, but I think if I just get the date right and Ted and Shibby, and we'll update you when we know, because plans change, guys. Because Ted is on the road. So just understand if he finds like when you found out about this Little Jane Doe case, I'd never heard of it. It turned into such an interesting thing now.
Yeah, and the only reason why was, I forgot my debit card and driver's license at the hotel, so I had to go back 2.5 hours. I was past St. Louis, and then I was like, well, I got to go back through St. Louis. I'm not going to drive all the way to Iowa that night. Let's see what's around there. So it was kind of like a blessing in disguise that we can help find this little girl.
Uh-huh.
Or at least put a name to her.
Dee Dee is here in chat. I'm going through.
We love Dee Dee.
Hey, what's up?
Dee Dee. Wait. Let me see her. We always love seeing Dee Dee. She's such a sweetheart.
She hasn't commented. Oh, here she is. She has no clue.
She is the glue that holds Ted together.
Uh-oh. That's going to fall apart because without me, she's got nothing. I'm advising her. So that makes sense. I'll advise Dee Dee. Dee Dee will advise you. Perfect.
Yeah. You helped me tremendously too. I'm just saying when Dee Dee is my, obviously with her experience.
I'll advise Dee Dee and you. Dee Dee will advise you and me, and you will advise Dee Dee and me. We'll advise each other. Reciprocal.
Dee Dee is like if I'm like on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and I need a lifeline that's correct. Yeah. And I want to know the right answer to the what I should do. Yeah. I got to phone Dee Dee.
Yeah, that's called the lifeline. Yeah, the lifeline. The one you get one call. Who are you going to call? Not the Ghostbusters. Dee Dee.
No.
No, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Remember that song?
Oh, I love that song. I love.
Can you point your camera up a little bit? We're seeing a lot of your dashboard. That helps.
So I'm going to be buying a legit camera. This
you say that you can stop telling me that because you've been saying that for the last 2 weeks. I don't believe you.
No, I haven't been home, and I'm just waiting for the YouTube money to hit. Like I have a small log cabin that I pay for that's way too expensive.
You can tell somebody else because I've stopped. You've told me that for the last 2 weeks every day. Okay. I'm done listening to you.
All right.
Stop off at a stereo shop and say, "Hey, here's $50. Fucking make this so my phone is awesome." And they'll probably do install something. I don't know.
Money's tight right now. So.
Oh, it is? Well, put an Amazon list and you can get someone to help you get a good.
No. I've never been one that ever. Yeah, no, I never like anybody giving. I just.
Well, we're looking at a 45-degree angle of the fucking half of your dashboard right now. Just know that.
Really? It's that bad? It looks good. Okay. I'll just go up. Wait. Fuck. What about that?
That's good. Now point. Yeah, that's perfect. That's better. That's great. That's great. Just seeing the clouds is very nice. Soothing. Drive safe. That's all. Okay. I mean, that's
fucking
great.
thing
Perfect.
sucks.
That's good enough. Good enough. It's good enough. Leave it. Don't touch it. So let's go through it. CL419 says, hello, everyone.
Hello.
Marine Mom 880 says, hi, everyone.
Thanks for having your son fight for our country and our freedom, Marine Mom.
Oh, Photon Chronicle. I would just call her Photon. Says, hey, everyone.
Photon, what is up? I love Photon.
Photon. Yep. I'm just going. Rebecca says, hi.
What's Rebecca's? Is it Rebecca Sup with an S?
Yep. Rebecca Sapp.
Okay. Yep,
S-A-P-P.
Sap. Yep, the girl that's been single for about 11 years and is enjoying being single. I know Rebecca Sup.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. Me too. I've been single since I was early, like 40s, early. I can't even remember. So, yeah, I'm 52 now. It's been a wild ride. It's time for me to get out from under my bed, right, Dee Dee? Climbing out from under my bed for Dee Dee to face this world. She's giving me hope. All right. So we got Anne Stanley. Hi again from Ireland. Anne Stanley.
Oh, yeah, Ireland. Yeah, go Ireland. That's a beautiful place, beautiful country. Thanks for watching us.
Yeah. Fighting Irish. Go Irish.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's it. Notre Dame. Rudy. Sheila, I think we said hi. So here, perfect. Hugs, all Tornado Bond and Shibby. Tornado Bond is Ted.
Oh, I love Sheila. Thank you.
From
Tornado
Sheila.
Bond.
And we got it. Here's a new name. We have this new Dee Dee. Oh, what was your name? I forget. Dee Dee.
No, we can't have a new Dee Dee.
No, but we've already worked this out. Don't worry. She's already told me her name. I just forgot. So it says, hi, Shibby, hi, Ted, hi, chat. What was it we worked out? She gave me the name she wanted us to call her. I'll find out in a second.
Okay, because think of it like the name
right.
Dee Dee. Think of it like Michael Jordan when they retired his number up in the rafters. There can never be another 23
nope. But
on the
don't
Bulls.
worry. We've got this worked out. Is it Davina, was it? I'm just let me get it straight here. I want to be sure. I'm sorry. I will never forget again. She told me the alternate name we could call her.
Okay, because no one could ever be called
Davina.
And I know I might sound probably kind of rude and mean, but Dee Dee.
No, but don't you worry. I told her this. I said, we have a Dee Dee already. What can we call you? Don't worry. We've worked this all out. She's totally cool with it. So when we get it for sure, I'm almost positive it might be Davina.
That's like my trigger word when Warren gets his earmuffs taken off of him and something about Mary. Like if anybody has another name for Dee Dee, there's only one Dee Dee. So I can't even accept anything else.
Anyway,
it's like you're stealing my earmuffs.
Yeah. So, Ellen.
So what's her name? Davina? Let's just call her Davina.
I'm sure it was. I can't. We're gonna be sure. Yeah, Davina. Yes, it was Davina. Thank you, Davina.
Thank you, Davina. Thank you. And sorry to sound snarky or rude, but it's just Dee Dee's just totally important in our life. Okay, cool.
Yep. We've got a Dee. So we've got Davina. Is perfect name. I love it. Beautiful name.
Beautiful
and
name.
So let me go back. So we got Night Blue. Hello, Night Blue.
Night Blue. That's an interesting, cool name.
The Faithful. Hey, what's up?
Oh, Faithful. Good to see you. Thanks for all the information you always pass, and we're looking forward to the Roadkill band tour thing you're making.
We got Cindy D 2026. Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
We have a Gregory Walsh. Now, Gregory, I know you said that you were you communicate with us differently. I received your emails, but I'm not sure how I can do this. So, I think he said, I don't want to get it wrong. He said he's I'm not sure. I don't know. But Gregory, if there's a way we can help you communicate with us in the chat, let us know, okay?
And Greg, I did get your email. I will respond. I had a little bit of a late morning.
Dee Dee, can you help us with Gregory Walsh and make sure we find out? Because he sent emails and he needs a way to communicate with us differently, I believe. So please, if anyone can help us find out how and what we should be doing to help, I know I've received an email, but I'm not sure how to respond. Okay, just know we'll do whatever we can if you need a different way to communicate with us. Okay, so and that's not because I don't care, it's because I don't understand. Oh, and when I get to understand, I will make it right. Okay, so Gregory Walsh, you're welcome to be here. We love having you. If there's anything we can do, let us or Dee Dee or any of us know how to do it best. And I'm going through, looking for names. Oh, we got a Mary Grubb. Hey, Mary says hi, everyone.
Hey, Mary, what's up?
Rebby Ann.
Hey,
Rebby, where the heck you been? Hi,
Rebby, we
Shibby,
love Rebby. Hey,
where have you been, young lady? I haven't seen you as much. Are you busy? It's okay. Saban says, good afternoon, ladies and gents.
The band.
Oh, here's another one. MSS TV. So it says, hi, guys.
What's up? Good to have you.
Thanks. This is MSS TV. Just going through. I'm getting good at this, actually. We're not spending too much time. Almost at the end. Citizen Trez says, El Shimarino. Hey, what's up?
Oh, that'd be like your cartel name.
And we got Paula Fitzhenry says, hi.
Paula or Apollo?
Paula Fitzhenry, our great wonderful Paula Fitzhenry.
I know Paula. Yeah, okay, all right. I just wasn't sure. I was like,
Beautiful,
Apollo, we got a
wonderful creator. Yep, amazing. So we got Carol Burton.
Oh, Carol, what's going on? Carol B. We love you, Carol.
Oh, here's a new name. Ooga. OOGA 12. Ooga. Is Ted married? Uh-oh. Got someone asking. Sorry, I shouldn't have read that.
What's up, Ooga?
We got Rebecca. Oh, we said hi to Rebecca. Sorry. Let me move on. I'll move on. Oh, and Gas. I've seen you. Gas says, good afternoon from Southern Wyoming. Hey, Gas, what's up?
No way. I love Southern Wyoming. I've been all over that state. Cheyenne, Casper, Jackson Hole. I'm missing a bunch. Laramie. I've sold all over that area. I love Wyoming.
Sounds beautiful. And we got a late edition, Sunflower Lola. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Oh,
hey,
yeah, Lola. What's up?
That's it. We're all caught up. Now you seem to have a good. Now, do you want to do a quick update
Jody?
now, like a proper one? Whatever you think we're going to be doing.
Yep, let's do a little video on Jody. I'm sorry if people seen it before, but let's do a little.
I didn't have that ready. Sorry, I thought you were going to talk. Now you have good reception. I thought you were just going to update the people as to what we might be doing.
Yeah, I can talk while you search for it if that works.
Yep.
So there was a cold case in Mason City, Iowa. I want to say it could be 25 to 30 years old. It's a cold case. It was a young, attractive reporter who was 25 to 27 years old, was on a local news channel in Mason City, a small town. She was the light of the town. In Iowa, they are big on college sports, but they don't have pro sports teams. And back then there wasn't social media. So the most famous people were on the TV. So she was a really famous news anchor. She's originally at one point to hire her because she prevailed and she's strong and was relentless. She's charming, charismatic, and very sweet and very witty. So they loved her on because she could take a choke and give a joke. Well, she had a lot of stalkers. A lot of guys would call up the news channel, find her. One suspect actually forced her to go to dinner with her, which I can't recall the exact sequence of events on that. But there was also another guy who was a suspect for the entire time. His name is John Weiss, Vasice. John Weiss was a guy in his late 40s that Jody liked to party. Obviously, you're in your 20s. liked to go to the bar. She worked hard, played hard. She would go with him. There's a lot of videos of him just kind of grabbing her at the bar, picking her up, trying to give her kisses. She'd go on boats with him. He named his boat after her, okay? So a little bit obsessed, right? Named the boat after Jody. I could take that both ways if they're good friends and maybe doing something nice, but it just seemed like anywhere Jody went, John went. John wanted to be there. John was interviewed by the police, and the fishy part was Jody was always on time for work. So she did the early morning news. You got to get up about 4 o'clock in the morning, leave your house at 4:30, or, you get up at 3:30, you put your makeup on, you get ready for the day. And the people at the news channel realized Jody was nowhere to be found. They called and said, hey, you're running a little bit late. Jody actually answered the phone at about, I don't have the exact time stamp, at about 3:45 to 3:50 a.m. She was running behind. Then they never heard from her again. The crime scene was basically at the house. There wasn't much signs of a struggle, but there was 2 wine glasses that were right by the sink. One had lipstick on. Another thing that the cops pointed out was the toilet. The toilet had its seat up, like almost like a guy was there going pee, right? Because girls sit down to go pee,
Right.
guys stand. Right. Then a cop went to the scene, and her shoes, her keys, her purse were all spread out through her car. Her side mirror was bent forward. Her blood was on, like, I believe, I could be wrong, on one of the poles. There was definitely signs of a struggle. Jody was never seen again. Witnesses around the area that kept their windows open heard screaming around 4:30 a.m. Then moving forward, a few hours later at 4:30, before the news channel even knew Jody was in danger or missing, outside of just calling Jody and Jody saying, I'll be in, John Weiss called and said, where's Jody at? He's never called the news channel before. This is when there was no cell phones. It was very weird for somebody to call up the news channel before a crime has been discovered and said, hey, have you seen where Jody was at? Kind of like Ron Logan with the
Right.
alibi. Okay,
I remember
creating
that. Yeah.
Yep. So Ron Logan creating a false alibi before a crime has been discovered. John Weiss saying, where's this person? Just very bad timing. Never called the news channel before. All of a sudden she's missing and was declared murdered 5 years later. So she's murdered, and he's calling the news channel. So they interviewed him. From what I recall, he looked pretty, he was very obsessed with her. Friends said he was very obsessed with her. A lot of people were uncomfortable. One of the coworkers saw John bring 2 big bags of laundry to a Coin Laundry and wash his laundry the next day. This was before DNA. Then you had another guy in the case. You had somebody that kept showing up in a white painter's van, like a Chevy Astro painter's van back in the day, would park right in front of Julie's car and sit out there and drink a 6-pack of beer. And during the day, a few days before the murder, there was a man on a hat sitting on a bridge across from Jody's apartment in bird's eye view, constantly watching Jody. And you fast forward 10 years, the guy, and again, this could just be a nut job, told his ex-wife on their 10-year wedding anniversary that he killed Jody. Well, when the cops looked into him, he was the guy that sought out Jody. Back then it wasn't easy to find people. He would show up to her office, got on a date with her, took her to her bar, and was also looked very familiar in the all points bulletin of the man that was on the bridge. So they checked the Coors Light cans that were left there. They checked him out. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to say his name. The news will say it. They're still 50-50 on him. In 2017, law enforcement of Mason City and the FBI went out to John Weiss's house in FBI, went out to Phoenix where he lives now, and they had a search warrant, which is public, an affidavit. I don't know what happened there. Nothing came to fruition on it, but John Vice, it's Visice. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm butchering his last name. Has been prime suspect since day one because of the phone call, because of all the videos naming the boat after her. But he did do all the interviews. He did refuse a polygraph test, though, and then he also shut down. So a year later, he was one of the first guys to go in the detective's office. But then after the polygraph test, if I'm saying this wrong, I could have my dates mixed up, or I could have this story a little bit not as accurate. He just shut down and stopped talking to cops and lawyered up.
Wow.
So if you want to start playing news clippings to show Jody,
I got some really good ones now. Give me 1 sec. I'm just making a playlist, and I'm gonna put it from oldest to newest, and we're gonna watch a few of them just to get an idea of what's happened. So 1 second, I'll share my screen in 1 second. I've got a playlist. Let me just set it to oldest, so we'll get the oldest stuff up to the most current in this playlist. So give me 1 second. I'll just change it to oldest. Date published, oldest first. There we go. So here's the oldest one I could find. Starting, and I'm going to share my screen in 1 second. I just got, again, my ad blockers, so I got to refresh each time.
All right, I'm going to block my screen.
Okay, I'm about to share.
Okay, go ahead and share it. I'm just going to block my screen for a minute. I got to do something.
Yep. Okay, and here we go. Ted is going to do some stuff.
On the eve of what would have been her 50th birthday, the search for answers in the disappearance of Jody Huisentruit continues.
It has been more than 20 years since a young anchorwoman from Minnesota went missing. Investigators believe someone attacked Jody as she headed to her car for the early news shift in June of 1995. Only on WCCO, Mary McGuire sat down with Jody's close friend and former co-worker to hear who she thinks is responsible for her disappearance.
I remember seeing her and hearing her giggle, something I'll never forget. And she always had this little bit of a Minnesota accent.
As two young anchors cutting their teeth in Mason City, Robin Wolfram and Jody Huisentruit shared a dream of someday making it on the national news. On June 27th of 1995, that dream was snuffed out when Jody mysteriously went missing.
That night, it was on national news, and I looked up and just the sickening sense that I got about, this is not what we meant about being on national news, and even all these years later, it just seems so unfair. That perception.
Forced to play the role of both journalist and friend, Wolfram reported on the disappearance, even interviewing the man who Jody was seen with last.
What was his demeanor like?
Joyful, almost, strangely happy, and telling me how he named his boat after her and how he just loved her.
She has no doubt in her mind that man, an older gentleman who is friends with Jody, is the one responsible for her disappearance.
Ooh, you won't want to miss that.
I cautioned Jody about their friendship. In television, we have a gut instinct about things. My gut and my instinct tells me that he's responsible.
WCCO is not naming the man now living in Arizona since he has not been charged with any crime. But Wolfram isn't the only one who shares those same suspicions about him. Last March, FindJody.com, a website dedicated to the case, reported Mason City police served him with a search warrant seeking GPS data on two of his cars. As the years press on and the case grows colder, Wolfram is holding on to hope that someday closure will come.
They are held accountable for snuffing out such an amazingly beautiful, beautiful life.
Now, the Mason City Police Chief tells me the department is still actively working the case, but can't comment any further. A 50th birthday memorial event for Jody will be held tomorrow in Mason City. I know cases like the Jacob Wetterling case being solved, that is giving a lot of hope to the people who want to find out where Jody is and who did this.
All right. Thank you, Mary.
Nope. I might have to refresh again. So do you guys want to watch? There's a couple. There's a little quick one that's 40 seconds. So, and then there's a 5-minute one. Something that happened to their billboard too. So I'll play the next few. And
Well, 24 years after.
So this is a 40-second one. And afterwards, something about the billboard was damaged. There's a few things here. They're all kind of, if it's about the update again, I will skip through it if it seems to be repetitive. But I think a lot of these are incidents through, and I've got it set from oldest to newest in this playlist. So it's things that have happened, like when they found the person, they had a arrest warrant for some guy and a billboard. They had a reward. They doubled the reward. These are all kind of progressions from the last 7 to 8 years of what's been happening in this case. So this one is 40 seconds. The next one is 5 minutes. Looks like we'll just get some more updates on what's still happening, and I'll find out what Ted wants to do. Ted will jump in when he gets a good signal and he's done doing his whatever else he's doing. Okay, he'll jump back in. 1 second.
After her disappearance, an investigator says he's uncovered new information about Iowa news anchor Jody Huisentruit's final days. A cold case investigator told our Iowa station that Huisentruit boarded a ski boat the weekend before she vanished. The investigator said he has video of her on that boat and that Huisentruit did not know those men, but they took the newly discovered video. Just days later, on June 27, 1995, Huisentruit went missing on her way to work. You can read additional details on the new developments by finding the story on our website at wxow.com.
I think my ad blocker is not playing well with this playlist, so I'll try it again, and I'll refresh it each time. This is not good. My ad blocker, I think it needs to update itself. Usually just plays. Or I'll try. I can bring up Firefox. I'll figure that out. But for now, I'll just refresh it.
And a billboard intended
This
to
is
bring
5
awareness
minutes,
to a
okay?
decades-old cold
And I'll
case
see what's up with
was
that.
found vandalized with spray paint this morning in Mason City. Jody Huisentruit went missing nearly 25 years ago on her way to work as a morning anchor in Mason. And more than a year ago, 4 billboards were put up in the city to keep that case alive. Today, one of them was defaced. Our Barrett Leone joins us in the newsroom with details on this crime. Barrett.
Well, Tom, the billboard was spray painted with the former Mason City police officer's name, Frank Stearns. Stearns was a longtime investigator on Jody's case. Along with his name are the words machine shed. A patrol officer found the sign vandalized at 12:15 this morning. I did speak with Mason City Police Chief Jeff Brinkley on the phone today. He says the vandalism is not helpful or useful to Jody's case, but rather a distraction. Steve Ridge, a close follower and independent investigator of Jody's case, says 2 people in dark clothing were seen on surveillance footage parked behind a nearby tavern committing the crime.
And brought it around and very methodically moved the ladder along to write the letters Frank Stearns, former lieutenant of the Mason City Police Department. And then they replaced the ladder and in one foul swoop wrote machine shed, implying that perhaps is where to look for Jody's body.
Ridge says he spoke with Stearns today, who wants the people responsible prosecuted. Josh Benson, one of the founders of the FindJody.com, sent a statement to KTTC saying, quote, "We're disappointed someone chose to vandalize one of our billboards instead of just reaching out to FindJody.com or the proper authorities with information they may have. You can do so anonymously." Reagan Outdoor Advertising graciously kept that billboard up 17 months at no charge to us, but now they'll be taking it down. We'll be discussing options moving forward. The organization also chose to blur Stearns' name from their website since they, quote, "have no facts behind the claim." And according to FindJody.com, the billboard will be taken down tomorrow. If you have any information on the crime, contact the Mason City Police Department at 641-421-3636 or North Iowa Crime Stoppers. Reporting live in the studio, Barrett Leone, KTTC News.
Barrett, thank you. And investigators have been unable to determine the cause of a fire that tore through the Minneapolis Drake Hotel on Christmas, displacing hundreds of people. Demolition of that 93-year-old hotel started Saturday morning, continues today. Firefighters responded at around 3 a.m. December 25th. The building was evacuated, and the 4-alarm fire was not fully extinguished until the next day.
Oh, I didn't know that was. I thought it was all. So hey, you back, Ted? What's up?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm just
We-
trying to get everything set up. Sorry. I'm
No, no.
responding to people.
How about you
talking to
mute?
chat.
You mute, and when you come back, I'll come back to you because we can hear a lot of stuff shuffling. Right on. No hurry. We see perfectly. Sorry, guys. I thought that was a full story. And let's try another update 25 years later.
Saturday marks 25 years since former KIMT News 3 anchor Jody Huisentruit vanished. KIMT News 3's Caitlin Thompson is finding out how one group...
Yo, hey, what's up?
Sorry, real quick before can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Bert Sosa replied, when you get a second, say we need his phone number so we can work on the Little Jane Doe case next week and I can get out there. But we need his phone number. We're not going to communicate via email whatsoever. So we want a phone number to talk to him. All right, thank you.
He did that by email, right? No problem.
Yep.
So this one is at 11. This one is 11 minutes. This will be a good one. I like getting all the new information here. So give me 1 second. 11 minutes. And let me refresh my silly ad blocker, but it seems to work if I just refresh.
It's been 25 years since the disappearance of a local TV news anchor. Jody Huisentruit mysteriously disappeared on her way to work. The case continues to receive national attention. For weeks, we've been working on new developments on the case, including what police say what happened to the sealed police records. I also sit down with Jody's sister, Joanne, as she shares how she has never given up hope in the search for Jody.
And then here we are in Russia.
Oh, right.
It was just so cold there. Oh my.
Sifting through old photos helps to keep her memory alive.
I can't believe that this picture was taken that long ago.
It's cute with that long hair.
Isn't
Like
it
that.
cute? I know.
It's been 25 years since Joanne Nath has seen her sister Jody.
Whoever thought it would be this long that we didn't have answers, so I try not to let it get to me so much, but there is stress, there's no question.
One of Jody's college friends, Kelly, sharing memories of a happier time, a bubbly, fun, and caring Jody.
She was so good at sending cards to people and remembering birthdays, and now I do that.
One of the last birthday cards Jody sent her, listing details of the weeks leading up to her abduction.
Happy birthday, how are you? Wish we could celebrate together. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'll make the England reunion. Recently, I bought a new car, a red convertible to cruise in.
Welcome back to Daybreak and to our 1 hour morning show. It's a rainy Monday morning, June 26th.
This would become Jody Huisentrut's last morning newscast to ever anchor.
Good evening, everyone. We're no further on the search for Jody today.
Now 25 years since the disappearance of the Minnesota native, it's one of the most high-profile cold cases in our region.
Clothing racks used to be filled with a basic blue and black.
What happened to Jody on the morning of June 27th, 1995?
The investigation into the disappearance of newswoman Jody Huisentruit continues today.
No eyewitnesses, no suspect, and still no sign of Jody. One thing is certain, whatever happened to Jody took place outside of her apartment in Mason City.
Jody was reportedly on her way to work at KMT News, less than a mile away from where investigators say she was abducted right here in this parking lot.
I would like to confirm that we are officially classifying this as an abduction today.
Outside of Jody's apartment, investigators found evidence of a struggle. Her personal items scattered in the parking lot. Jewelry, shoes, and a bag near her red convertible. And perhaps one of the most important pieces of evidence, a broken key.
As Jody's morning assistant producer, I was the last one to speak with her before she disappeared.
Amy Coons was working that morning Jody disappeared. She tells police Jody was often late for work, and that morning she called Jody and says Jody answered and told her she was on her way in.
We still have our jobs to do, and we just have to get the show on the air.
Coons went on to anchor that morning in Jody's place. It wasn't until hours later that a phone call was made by the station to police that Jody never arrived to work. We reached out to Coons for an interview about that morning. She declined.
I can't remember Jody ever being sick or late for work. She's a professional journalist.
Then General Manager John Shine seen during a press conference later that day describing a very different Jody, a devoted employee who took her job seriously.
I've made it clear this case is not going to go away for us.
For many decades, this case has puzzled the Mason City Police Department.
What do you think you as a chief can do different than the chiefs prior to you that have had this case under their tenure and nothing has come about?
I'm not going to sit here and second guess decisions made by officers in the field 25 years ago about what they did. I will tell you that I don't believe that any of them probably thought that we would still be working this case today.
Chief Jeff Brankley says bringing a fresh pair of eyes to the case could help.
Cold cases, I think, are of interest to a lot of people. It's obviously a case that affected Mason City. And so if we could put some closure to that, I'm interested in doing that.
Each year, as the time goes on, investigators say the case becomes harder to solve, but not impossible.
DNA has really revolutionized a lot of what we're doing in policing.
Is technology being used with DNA right now to try to help this case?
We have done some things in the past that we've tried to get some results out of that have had mixed results. But we'll continue to see what the lab can do now that they couldn't do 5 years ago or 10 years.
Hey, did you pop back up for something, or do you still want to watch this?
No, I just I still want to watch this. I just added my YouTube now, so and
okay.
because we're getting closer. Cool deal.
I see them.
Just keep going. All good.
Okay, updates. Jump in anytime.
Thank you.
There you go.
The case receiving national attention, from billboard campaigns to an episode on 48 Hours.
She was a beloved rising star until she disappeared.
To a group of former investigators and journalists being formed called Find Jody, working solely to keep the investigation in the spotlight.
The Jody Huisentruit case was probably not a perfect investigation from day one.
KAUS radio host Scott Fuller in Austin joined the team in January. He says every day the members of Find Jody collaborate and discuss details of the case. The group has worked closely with law enforcement for the past 2 decades.
We're not trying to solve the case. We're trying to collect information, try to dispel some myths or inaccuracies about the case, and keep Jody's name out there. That's our primary function.
Is there something that the police department's not doing that you believe the public is demanding?
Obviously, that's the ultimate benchmark, right? The solved case of the police doing their job. But I will say that in cold cases, oftentimes outwardly from the outside, we look at the police and say, what are you doing? But there's oftentimes a lot that's going on that they can't talk about or don't want to talk about to preserve the integrity of the investigation.
In their years of research and dispelling theory.
Okay, so I just have to jump in for a second. So Gregory, what do you want us to do if you're nonverbal? What can I do? How can I help you communicate? Is everything okay? Because you've sent me emails. I'm not sure what can one do if you're not verbal. Can you just type it then? Is this I can't keep doing this. I would like to do whatever's best. Does anyone recommend what we should do here? If you're nonverbal, can you please type? And
I can't even read that because I'm driving, so I'm sorry.
well, he says that he's nonverbal. He wants to communicate. So Gregory Walsh, tell us how we can communicate, or we can't keep doing this. Okay, Gregory? Thank you. We'd love to help you communicate.
So, and then also,
help?
Yep. So if you ever want to do a call-in show, there's also apps where you could type into the app and then it'll speak in AI voice.
Well, they would have to do that, right? Not us, right?
Yes.
So you set it up, and if you call in or contact us, we'll gladly talk to you. But if you're nonverbal and you're typing, just type it. If you want
Greg,
when we have a call-in show, you can use any which way, and we'll help you communicate. Sound good?
Gregory, what you can do, if you send me a paragraph and I can either read it out, I can put it in my Canva, I can have AI read it for you. So if you don't know how to use that capability, I can compile your emails when I have time. It's going to be tough this weekend, but I can drop it in Canva. I can have either myself read it, or if it's long and you'd rather have there's AI voices
Ted,
read it.
Ted, I think we've had this a few times. So how about Gregory? Let us know, okay? If we can't keep having this, okay, Gregory? Just send us an email of how you'd like to communicate. All right. Thank you. We're aware of your nonverbal status. Thank you.
And somebody in the chat, please write to him and just say,
We have,
We
Ted,
can-
we've dealt with this. We've been doing it in a bunch of different chats too. So we have, trust me. I've been
Okay.
doing this for days. So I think maybe at this point we'll have to find a new, different way to do this. So let's just play it. I didn't mean to cut you off, sorry, but we've been really dealing with this for the last 3 or 4 days. So if it's possible, if this is somebody who's spamming us or just can't communicate.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So please let us know the disability, and please let us know. Okay.
I think we've dealt with this. I've gone over this a few times, so we're at the point where we're aware. And Gregory, you're gonna have to do something to communicate with us.
Okay.
We can read you. If you're nonverbal, type it. If you want to call, when we do a call-in show, we'll help you communicate. You use whatever you want to communicate with us. We'll adapt. So thank you, and let's move on.
One thing does remain certain for them.
The biggest thing about the crime scene is the distance between the egress point of her apartment complex to her car was so small. It would have been a 10 to 12 second window. One thing most everybody can agree on is somebody was sitting there waiting and they saw Jody's light go out and they waited for her to come out and they were ready. And that's when they took her.
On the other side of the break, who is John Van Cise, the man whose name keeps popping up in connection with the case? And do authorities think the case will ever be solved? Stay with us. If you're just joining us, we're taking a look back at the disappearance of an Iowa TV news anchor, Jody Huizentroot, who went missing without a trace 25 years ago. She was scheduled to anchor the morning news. Her coworkers saying that Jody was late that morning and that she was on her way in. Jody never made it to work. Authorities found her belongings scattered in the parking lot of her apartment complex. And for the past 25 years, authorities have circled back to one man, a friend of Jody's.
In 2017, a judge ordered the police records in the case be sealed. Court records show police executed the search warrant looking for GPS information on a pair of cars connected to John Van Cise. Van Cise has long been a person of interest in the case. According to Find Jody, after more than 20 years, Van Cise, now living in Arizona, broke his silence and agreed to a first ever interview. He insisted he had nothing to do with Jody's abduction and has passed a polygraph test. Van Cise was subpoenaed to testify before a federal grand jury in Iowa on March 2nd, 2017. Find Jody says he did not testify, but was ordered to provide a DNA swab in addition to prints. In an interview with ABC 6 News last year, a mutual friend of both Jody and John Van Cise, Tammy Baker, says she spent the last weekend before Jody's disappearance with the both of them. She tells us she helped.
Hey, Ted, if you can mute, we're hearing a lot of background noise. If you can mute.
Okay, and then make sure I'm 7 miles away. I need the address of the apartment when you get a second.
I will get that right now. I will text it to you right now.
To secure the interview with Van Cise.
When I talked to John right after it happened, he was very distraught, and he really felt that he was being unfairly accused, and I don't think that's changed over the years. Nobody had been able to talk to John, and I really felt that he deserved the chance to be heard.
Details of Jody's case have remained sealed by the courts, and Chief Brinkley says it will remain that way.
I think it would stay sealed until we would close the case.
And what does that mean when you say close the case?
At some point that we would administratively resolve the case in that we aren't going to be able to clear it. And so we would close it, or that there would be some movement in terms of prosecution.
Okay. No suspects at this point.
No comment.
Are we closer? Are we any closer to solving this?
I don't have any comment about that. It is not up for public debate. It is not up for discussion. The people working that case, officers assigned to that case, the partner agencies that we're working with on that case, the people that need to know are part of that.
If the police is withholding that important piece of information from the public, what can the public do?
The first place somebody should go if they have information about this case is to the police department.
Do you believe this case can be solved?
I do believe it's solvable. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this. We're not optimistic as a team even all the time, but we kind of rally around each other and we feed off each other, and we just keep going one step at a time, one day at a time, year round, just one foot in front of another, trying to find what happened to Jody.
Well, this is cute too of you guys.
I mean, who knew that these memories would be like the last memories, that we wouldn't have pictures every day of her life. She just lived to the fullest. And, she just deserved better than this. That was the last time we were all together.
Jody's friends say she had big dreams and set many goals for herself.
That was her dream, I think, to just do what she was doing. She was always like striving to become better. I just kind of wonder how things could have been so much different.
While another year passes with no answers, Jody's friends say she will remain a big part of their lives.
We talk about her all the time. She's always there in spirit, but it's just not the same. We miss her. I would just hope whoever did this, 25 years is a long time to carry this guilt, and, somebody knows something.
Joanne also believes someone does know something. The loss of her baby sister has haunted her life and has left a big void.
The stress and the sadness and how your life just changes.
Joanne and Jody's mother passed away a few years ago, never having the answer. And Joanne says the thought of that is too much to bear. For now, she'll continue to choose hope.
If whoever's responsible is watching, if they are, what would you like to say to them?
Well, I'd like to have them please come forward, and tell us, and please, let us know. It's just been too long.
A plea from a sister who has been hurting for more than 2 decades.
It's not fair to her. She's a good kid. We have to find her.
To finally have some peace.
The Mason City Police Department says it is not giving up in the investigation, saying that they will continue to stand with Jody's family as they search for answers.
And we're back. We're back. It does seem like each one of these is telling us something new. So,
yeah, we also want to talk about that one suspect about the van. There's the story about the van parked outside her house and the guy standing on the bridge.
Let me see. Is that the person that
that
last
the hat?
person to talk to Jody? No.
Put a guy that was married for 10 years admits to killing Jody Trout.
Person linked to disappearance here.
Yeah,
Let me just check
that
this.
made a all points bulletin. Yeah.
Let me just double check. This might be it. Person linked to disappearance. I got to refresh it. My ad block. Here we go. So, the person has died. Person linked.
No. John's died, but there was another suspect that
John Vance. So it's not that one. Okay.
Right. So all you put is guy admitted to his wife that he killed Jody, and I bet it pulls it up.
Okay, give me 1 second.
And he actually went to dinner with her, and the all points bulletin looks like him. The only thing that threw it off was the person was wearing a hat, and there was also a white painter's van that was parked outside of her house for weeks, sitting there just watching.
The guy
her in her
admitted
window.
what? The guy
killing Jody to his ex-wife, which would have been their 10-year wedding anniversary. This guy actually forced himself to go out to dinner with Jody. Police went to Winstead, Minnesota to follow the tip on that. And then also there was like a white painter's van that was in front of Jody's house for 2 weeks, drinking Coors Light and just staring at her window. Cops checked the dumpster for the Coors Light, found it, didn't have the DNA at the time to link anybody. But yeah, I'm just giving you some extra.
So it's not the deceased guy, right? It's a different guy.
Well, yeah. So it's a different guy. So those are the two guys right now. So it's either,
I'm just looking for a good one. It was actually the first one, but it's only a minute.
I just saw the guy's face.
Oh, was it this guy? That's the guy. That's the John guy, though.
No.
This guy?
Right there. That guy.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, sorry. I got to unmute it. 1 second. I went back, unmute. Here we go. 1 minute and 11 seconds.
Investigators in 2 states are working together on a new lead in the disappearance of Mason City television news anchor Jody Huisentruit. She's not been seen or heard from in 29 years, and no arrests have been made in the case. Mason City police are working with the Wood County, Wisconsin Sheriff's Office. They're focusing on a man named Christopher Revac. Investigators there believe that he is responsible for the 2006 death of another woman. Rivak took his own life in a jail cell in 2009 while facing a homicide charge in the death of a third woman in Missouri. The lead investigator in Husentrud's case says Rivak's wife, who he was separated from at the time, was living in Mason City the year Husentrud disappeared. And he says similarities in the cases of the other two women stick out to him.
There's a possibility that could have happened here in Mason City. I mean, there's a reason why we haven't found her body. A guy like Chris Rivak fits that reason. So why not look into him?
We've been following this case for a very long time. Both departments are planning to meet in Wisconsin to compare case files later this month.
So type in Chris Rivak again. He may not be the guy, but there is a guy that wore like a little like briefcase and was parked in front of her house. He admitted to his wife. His wife was on the news. We watched it last time.
I'll put white van. I'll put white van also, right?
Yeah, just put white van and a man admits to ex-wife that he killed Jody. It's gotta pull up.
So here we go. I just got to find one because a lot of it's mostly. Is it the one that's just the one I just played? A lot of it's podcasters. I got to make sure I find something that's only KCCI, like the news stuff. That's the one.
Put man stalking Jody. White van stalking Jody. Coors Light
I'll do that
bottles outside.
I will do that. Oh, okay. So man stalking
Jody, who went out to dinner with her, and I don't know his name. That might have been John Rivak.
Right.
That's
man stalking. Admitted killing Jody Husentrud, white van. Person of interest vanished. Authorities looking into prior suspect. Investigators are in prior suspect of disappearance. That might be something, but it doesn't.
Winstead, Minnesota. He lived like Winstead, Minnesota.
So is it the guy that died or no? You're saying not?
Nope.
Is it okay?
I personally believe it's the guy that died that did it, but I'm saying this is another guy that.
Right.
I just think you're calling up a news channel like an hour
This
before
one looks
the
like
murder.
maybe because they got a picture of her with this guy. So I'll just try this in a different.
Or even put new all points bulletin of Jody, or whatever. Just,
Unsealed search warrant. Here's an unsealed search warrant.
Yeah, it's on John Weiss. Yeah, that's when they did it on John Weiss. No.
Okay, so no. Okay.
I can
so
also
I'll do
Google.
that.
I'm a mile from my house. So.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. No, I'll find it. I'll find it. Judge has arguments. So, I mean, I've heard them saying that, a lot of that. So I'm sure we'll find the person. Or if anybody in chat, any of the mods want to find it and let us know. We're looking for it. So I'll continue with that search. I've seen a lot of the mystery of Robert Fisher. No, that.
Yeah, I mean, his wife came out on the news and said she's adamant it's him. So, like, wife comes out saying husband killed Jody. That might be a good subject line.
Okay, husband. I'll put husband admitted killing Jody. Because if she's talking about it, it'll be in that context. Husband admitted. So should I get rid of white van?
Yeah. Because the white van's another rabbit hole.
It adds. Yeah, so I'll get rid of the white van and just do that. Okay. White van goes. Here we go. Try this. The Husentreit file, former coworker, but I can't. That's like a podcast. So here, person of interest. In Jody Husentreit linked to Wisconsin murder, or is that the one I just?
I haven't heard that one, but
let me see. Christopher something Novak.
Yeah, try Chris Novak.
Christopher something. I'll just open it on a different page and I'll play it. I can't see his name. It was kind of covered. It said Christopher.
Well, new at 5, authorities in Wisconsin have officially.
Okay, so victim Dieter Harm, but it says the person of interest in Jody Husentreit disappearance. They're linked to this woman too. So maybe it's not. Maybe it is that other guy. It's only a minute.
All right, I'm here. All right, I'm here. So get going with it. Yep.
Do you want me to play this? Okay.
Identified the person responsible for the death of 21-year-old Deidre Harm. She disappeared in June of 2006. The Wood County District Attorney says Christopher Revak is the one responsible. Revak died by suicide in a Missouri jail while awaiting charges in connection with another woman's death. Now, while the investigation now closed, the district attorney says charges would have been filed if Revak were alive. In addition to Harm, Wood County Sheriff Sean Becker believes he could be responsible for the disappearance of Jody Huisentruit. On the morning of June 27th, 1995, she left her apartment in Mason City to go to work at a TV station 1 mile away, but was never seen again. It has been 30 years since her disappearance. As of now, the case remains unsolved.
Bog, what's his name then? Can you just... Bog says they have his name. Revak is the guy that had the wife. Am I reading this late? So was that the guy, Bog? And Ted. Ted, you've got yourself muted, but come on back whenever you want to talk. So I guess that was the guy, right? Is this a replay? V is in my chat. Ted is dual streaming. V is in my chat. This is not a replay. We are live. Ted is dual streaming. So there's 2 separate chats. Well, there's Twitter also. So there's 3 separate chats. So Ted is muted. He must be doing something. Let's find out. Claims new details.
Hey, did you give me the wrong? I'm going to send you a text message because this looks like it's her apartments. It says Key Apartments, but the address you gave me was different.
Oh shit!
Here, I'm going to send you a picture text real quick. Does that look like?
That's the one that I don't know. That's the one that Google said. Isn't it the Key Apartments? And
all right.
Oh, is that the location of the abduction? Right? Is that not what you wanted?
Yeah. No, because the address you gave me is actually another mile away, but I saw something that said the Key Apartment building.
Key Apartments,
and it looks like this is the lake behind
North Federal Avenue. That's what I sent you, right? Unless Google's got it wrong.
Yeah, but I'm at 600 North Kentucky. Okay, so this must not be it. There must be multiple Key Apartments.
Who sent you that? Okay. Did you go to the wrong one?
No, I was just driving and I saw Key Apartments.
Oh, so you stopped at the wrong
I was a mile away and I just saw Key Apartments. Yeah, I just said, "Oh, is this it?" Okay. I'll keep going.
That's what they referred it to as, the Key Apartments, but not that one yet. It says often referred to as Key Apartments on South Georgia.
Can you check the text I sent though real quick, just so you can see if it looks like the same?
I don't see a picture of it. I remember seeing it in one of the articles before.
Does that look like the same thing or no?
I'm not receiving any photos from you. Did you email it or did you? Oh, I just got it now. I got
to get out.
I don't think that's the one I'm. Oh, is that to the address I sent you? Are you there? I'll check. I got your thing. No, you're at a different. That says North Kentucky Avenue. It's not what I sent you. You're on North Kentucky Avenue. This is Federal Avenue. North Federal. There, you're back. You're back 1 sec on the stage. You're on the wrong street.
Hey, Shibby?
Yes. Yes.
Shibby, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me? I'm assuming not. Ted? I'll put go out, come back. He knows to. Go out, come back. You're at the wrong place, dude. Yep. Come on back. I'll put you back up. I think he's on he's on the wrong Key Apartments for whatever reason. I sent to Federal Avenue. He's on Kentucky or something. I can see his location and find my iPhone. So definitely wrong spot. Noodlehead. And you are back. What's up?
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Do you hear me? Ted, do you hear me? Oh boy.
I can hear you now. So did you see that picture I sent you?
Yes. It appears you're at the wrong place because I can see your location. So go to the Federal
perfect.
Avenue Key Apartments.
Okay. Yep. Okay. And then I will help search for that other guy, and I'll go on the bridge too, just to help, because we played it on your last stream when we were doing this, and then we didn't come here. Remember, we were chasing the storm. We found him.
But I did see the apartments, and I remember them looking different than that, I believe, in the other news story.
Oh no, I know that's fine, but I'm saying we did find that other suspect where the wife said it was her husband. It was on your other podcast. We ditched the story. Go chase the storm then.
Right.
I'll look too. I might, because my VPN's in Iowa. Maybe it helps out.
Okay. Actually, I could put my VPN on. I wasn't even thinking of that, but I don't think that's a problem because I'm searching YouTube. It shows me everything. There is a lot of stories. All right. So let us know when you're there. Misty in your chat says this is your, or maybe Twitter, or I don't know which chat. We got 3 chats going on. I'm so sorry. She must be in yours because Misty says, "Hey Ted, hey Shibby, love how you guys are sharing cold cases. Thank you guys for what you were doing." Well, thank you, Misty.
Thank you, Misty, and let Misty know I can't see any comments right now because of the stream. But thank you, Misty.
Right. Yeah. Well, this is a triple stream because you have it on X too, and YouTube, and me. So this is my stream that Ted is dual streaming to YouTube and triple streaming to X. Triple X stream. Just kidding. It's a triple stream to X, not a triple X stream. So, wow. Man, I guess if you set up other accounts, you could send this to TikTok. You could do this to any of your things.
Yeah, the only thing is once you go over 3, it starts really buffering bad. So they said do TikTok, but it starts becoming because I have a Pro Max iPhone, but it starts overheating and cooling. It's a nightmare.
For me, but we're streaming from mine, so it's probably different.
Yeah.
I've got a LAN set up with dual. My little mini PC has a dual LAN plugin, so I have 2 channels are dedicated, connected via cable, like the LAN cable. I have 2 of them plugged into my router to my desktop. It's a double speed wired connection.
Gotcha.
And I have pretty good high-speed internet up here. Actually, I have a very good high-speed internet up here. It's called Rogers High Speed. So, how far away do you think you're there? So I will show us something else then, hey?
I'm less than 5 blocks. So I'll be right there.
Let's watch this. This is the eve of 50th anniversary. So let's check. This is 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So take your time. Do what you need. Just drive safe. And we need you alive. That's the main thing. If you stay alive, because if I'm on your coattails and you go off the road, oh boy, I'm going to feel some bumps too. So me on your coattails, just drive safe. Wear your seatbelt, young man.
Oh, yeah.
Look both
okay,
ways.
we're getting there. Look.
You cross the road. Yeah, don't do any weather reports from any train tracks ever again, please. At least wear your helmet.
Would have been her. All right, hold on. We're getting close to the Key Apartments.
So when you get close, I've got yeah.
No, this can't be the right. I think I was at the Key Apartments because this is just a lumber code.
I think there's more than one Key Apartments because you did the photo.
I'm serious. The 1403 Federal is a lumber yard. But here, I'll keep going.
Wait. 1503 Noodlehead.
Yeah, 1503.
Okay.
This is not
I
apartments.
don't know what
This
to
is
say.
okay.
I don't know
One
what to say.
second.
That's what I'm seeing on YouTube. If I have the wrong address, I'm wrong then.
Yeah,
But it
here, when it
shows
comes- here. Hold on.
North Federal and 15th Street. Is that wrong? Because that's what Google keeps telling me.
See, Key Apartments say 600 North Kentucky Avenue. There's Key West Apartments.
No. The ones I'm seeing on Google, can anybody help us with this? The ones I sent you are what Google says. Key Apartments, 1503 North Federal Avenue, Mason City, Iowa. If you
Right.
just click on that, it should open it up.
No,
on the map.
no, I know, I have it. I'm in front of a Family Dollar store, and I'm in front of a lumber tree. 1501 is a Mason lumber tree, and then if you go down just
Yeah.
5003 North, and then I go a little bit further, and this is all an industrial area with no apartments anywhere.
So it's at 15th. So I'll check your location, North Federal and 15th Street. I'll see where
it's
you
not
are,
here.
and I'll tell you. So that's, well, you're down the road from there. Oh wait, your location's going all over. You got a bad signal. Yeah, you're south of where you're supposed to be.
No, I know, but I'm saying I'm just telling you. Like, I literally was in front of a place that said Key Apartments, and it was a brown building that says Key. Like, it's still called Key Apartments. 15 North Federal's right here. Like, I'm in front of 1534. Here's 1530. I don't even know what you gave me. 15 what?
1503.
Okay. All right. I'll go south a little then. Just give me a second. Let's see.
Yeah, you're almost there. If I see you're at the corner, 15th Street Northwest, 15th Street Northeast. So you just passed it from what I'm seeing.
No, I know it. There's nothing here. Just
we'll figure this out. So how about we watch the video and I'll double check.
Yep.
this address.
Just watch the video because this is a downtown. There's
yeah. Drive safe. You look for. I'll send you any updates I have. So we'll just watch this video and figure this out here.
All right.
50th birthday, the search for answers in the disappearance of Jody Huisentruit continues.
It has been more than 20 years.
1 second, I hit the wrong one. I'm going to go to this here. So sorry. So Ted, you can jump in whenever you want. I'll play this video from the start. I didn't have the proper setting. It's a 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Let's figure this out.
On the eve of what would have been her 50th birthday, the search for answers in the disappearance of Jody Huisentruit continues.
It has been more than 20 years since a young anchorwoman from Minnesota went missing. Investigators believe someone attacked Jody as she headed to her car for the early news shift in June of 1995. Only on WCCO.
Actually, I'm seeing a different one. I'm seeing a different one of 78 South Georgia. Mason.
All right, let me just figure it out because there are two Key Apartments that actually say Key Apartments on 600 North Kentucky. But hold on.
Does anybody know the proper address? The resident at approximately 4 a.m. It says it's in Cerro Gordo County.
No. It's right here. There's two. This is downtown. Let me see. Address. Try to be on Reddit. Yep, 600 North Kentucky. Okay, so that's kind of where it was. 600 North Kentucky. That's fine. It's like a block away. All right, I'm gonna go back there.
This one here says 550 North Kentucky Avenue. This is on Odd Stops.
This is on the KMTV news app. So it says Jody Huisentruit was abducted from the Key Apartments at NBC KMTV 600 North Kentucky Avenue in Mason City on June 27. So let me just go there first. And then Iowa cold case. The apartment was located at 600 North Kentucky Avenue. And now this person said 550. I think 600 and 550 is like the same thing. It's behind the place. But yeah, I'm looking at it now. So it's the same thing. So. All right, hold on. Yep, there it is. I'm looking at the old photo of. All right, we'll go back.
1 second. This fucking thing. It says building C. That helps.
Building C, beautiful. That I needed to know that. So that's actually good. Now, where the hell am I on? Is this me right here? Or no, these are such old. All right, hold on.
I just opened it up in Apple Maps.
Yeah, I see Bill. I see building
Why?
C. I'll be there. I'll be there in 1 minute.
So if you got it, yeah, 550. It looks like it's around the back. It says 550 north. Oh, and you're up. You're up. Hey, you don't have that great a signal there too. You keep dropping out, eh?
Yeah, it's a farm town. We're in a little area. All right, I'm going to put up the GPS for a minute, so I might go dark.
I just sent you the one I think it really should be.
Yeah, yeah.
If you get that, I'm sure I won't bug you.
So 600 and 550s on the same land. So like it's it stretches across two like streets because it's like a big apartment complex. So I'll be looking for building C. So it's basically right there. It's an old building.
So what do you mean? Why is it? What do you want me to read, Bog? Yes. Old Hoyce Detroit lived at the Key Apartments located at 600 North Kentucky Avenue in Mason City in the time of just So whatever reason I saw the wrong one. Thank you. We go. Yeah, I know it was probably a long time ago. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at all these different screens and
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff he's doing at once. There's a lot of.
But I probably would have had it wrong. So Bog, I'm sorry if I missed your comments. Madhu's here. I think you should go, girl. What does that mean? You guys are loud. Sorry, guys. If I'm not, I definitely. Yes. I need a firm hand. Davina. Davina says, I love how assertive Bog is with Shibby. Yes. It's for my own good. It's out of love, and I feel it. Bog is great. Madhu, what's up? All right. Everyone's great. Yes. Thank you, Paula. It's understandable, Shibby. You are good. But I mean, he was there, and he wasn't sure if he was there. So I found him another address. I just Googled it, and it said to go. So.
Can somebody just say the last name one more time for me?
I think it's 600 North Kentucky, right?
No. I'm sorry. Her last name. Huizentrout?
Oh, Huizentrout.
Okay, thank you.
I think I've heard a few different pronunciations, but I think if we stick with her pronunciation from the networks she worked at, especially back then.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. If they don't know her last name, they're in trouble. That's her employer.
Yeah, as long as you don't say Husenberg. That's what you said maybe once earlier.
Yeah.
It's Husentrout. I think people understand. Because took you 3 weeks to cut Shibby, not Shippy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Chicago public school district system. I've been saying that since day one. They got to really fix that.
Plus, I think in the line of work you're in, you're probably meeting a lot of different names. So I'd be doing the same thing. Remember how we talked about getting you those Terminator glasses? So every time if you bump into someone 3 years later, their name and it'll facial recognition, their name will pop up so you can get it right. Hey, Jim, I remember you. That was 7 years ago. I met you on the golf course, Jim. And it'll come up in your glasses and nobody will know you're cheating.
Oh, here's building C. Okay. Yep. No, exactly. I know what you mean. All right, here we go. Building C. Can anybody see? Of course not. Okay, building C.
I'll make you boom. And I could do this. I can do this. Now I'm
Make
getting
me
good at
front of
this.
the screen.
But it's in portrait mode. But
No, I'm
so
going to make it
your
a
full
landscape
screen.
mode.
You're full. You have the whole screen. Whatever you choose to do. Once you get out there, just give it that little flip. There you go. Boom. Full screen. Ted investigates. Shibby will assist you anyhow he can. That's so. Take two.
All right, we have the key apartment buildings right here. Where is Jody Hosentrope? We have building C. She would have been abducted right from this top floor. Hope everybody can see it here. We're gonna walk around, kind of search the area. We got a back field here. This is where she lived, where she stayed. The key apartment complex building. If you guys can see here, if you can hear me, here's building C. I think she lived on the top floor. They said that there was a van that would park right here where she was to kind of see. And this is the dumpster that they checked. I'm going to go around the back, but this is the dumpster that they checked. It could have been in a different location, but as you can see, people are living here. But yeah, this is where she was last seen that we were trying to spread awareness on. It's the dumpster where the Coors Light bottles are. And then we also, as we go back here, going to go down to a little path here. Could Jody be could Jody actually be in this lake right here, right? Could she have been murdered and thrown? There's a lake that's right behind this apartment complex
Oh,
where
I remember this. Yeah.
I think
It's
she
like a
could
nice
have
walking path back
actually
here, right?
went to. So where is Jody? We're looking for Jody. This is the back side of that apartment complex back then.
Nice
Find it
view.
really eerie that there's a river. Could she have been murdered and tossed in this river? Right? Could her body have been down there? This is the backyard of her apartment complex. There is her the brightness is so bad on here. There is the Jody thing. So could Jody have went over here, people? Could Jody, let's see here, turn it around a minute. Thing of this.
Thank you, Nina. I'll check my email. Thank you, Nina.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to see something real quick. Bear with me, guys. Okay, we're here live with Jody. So this is the apartment building that she was abducted at and murdered. Do we think she could have went into the river? Could the murderer have went into the river? Could he have walked down this way? And if we follow back here, as we see, we have a drainage swamp. We're going to go a little bit further here, if everybody can see. Could the suspect have dragged her body along here, right? Underneath here, we're going underneath the cross bridge where Jody could be. Could have gotten this far, right? Could we have gotten underneath this bridge? Could the struggle have been through here with Jody? As we go down a little bit further along this river here, where is Jody at? Where is Jody at? We're under a bypass, right? So is there anything, did the cops check this area? I'm assuming they did. But as you can see, this river over here keeps going, okay? Is there anything, what is this old beer can? Let's check this out. Or no, I guess it's just a diet pop can, okay. Anything we can see here, I'm gonna turn it around, hold on. We are looking, this is like 30, 40 years ago, but we have a lot of brushy area, a lot of things that we could be walking on and going through with Jody. Could we have different beer cans here? Anything, medication bottles, stuff for Jody. Sorry, I'm just trying to see. I mean, I probably won't find anything in here. Could we have, what is this? Entrance. What is this? $100,000. What is this? Finally. Oh, life insurance. Never mind. Okay. Where is Jody? Where could she be? She'd be up here. I mean, obviously not up here, but any signs of anything, any signs of life or decaying bodies up here. We're underneath a bridge right by Jody's house. Trying to see any, bones or, I'm sure the cops looked. It's really unstable ground over here, guys, as you notice. There's a lot of different gang tattoos. I'm sorry, gang spray painting up here. I'm going to turn it back and around now, but yeah, we're looking for anything for Jody here. I'm going to go up. Did they search back here? Are we searching? Are we looking underneath this viaduct for anything? Okay. Sorry, I just want to check. There's a lot of footprints out here too. Let's just see around here. Just, we're here, we might as well do it, right? I'm sure I'm finding nothing, but we're up here. Just a lot of different, obviously graffiti. We're going to go back down here. Where is Jody? Find Jody. I don't know if poison ivy this time of year looks bad. What is this? What is this?
Just don't touch it.
What is going here? Old pop cans. Anything.
Place
What
where
is this
people hang
thing?
out.
What is, let me see if I can grab I just don't want to hit any poison ivy. Just give me a second here. There looks like, let me see what I can grab where I won't hurt my, stuff can kind of be weird. Just give me a second. What is
Be
this? A
careful.
tire? Some kind of weird,
Yeah.
what is this? Oh, it's like a wooden log. I'm sure they would have looked. What is this? Is there a body in? No, they'd have to be cut open. Sorry, I'm just looking everywhere. I just figure if we're back here for a minute, this just looks like a weird structure. It's nothing. I don't know what that is. That may maybe a burnt old tire, for all I know. Let's go back. Sorry, it's really uneven ground underneath here. So
Yeah.
just give me a
Yeah.
second.
I thought it was like a pathway, but it's not.
This is the river, okay? This is where I personally think you murder somebody, you can't find them. Did they check this river? Did they check this out for Jody? Anything else here? I'm sure they walked through here. This looks like a lot of sketchy poison ivy stuff, but let's just keep looking for a little bit. We found anything for Jody, anything we could even think of. I know it's been 30 plus years or 25. Anything. I'm just looking at anything and everything right now for Jody. Here's the apartment. Here's where she was at, folks. Right here. Right here. Right here. Jody poison throat. Right here. Anything going on the side of the building? I'm sure they searched everything here. Let's go back up. So here's the apartment of Jody. Let's get back up here. So we just walked down here underneath the bridge just to see. This trail keeps going, walking up on the side of the house. Anything we could think of here in the brush. Where is she? Where is Jody? Any type of thing. Building C.
Yep.
The apartments. She was in
What
building
if you
C.
if you see anybody, you can ask them, eh?
Building
See
C. Jody Hoisenberg. She was on the top floor, I believe. Let's see. Hey, Shibby, are you able to get the actual address?
Oh, the number. Oh my gosh. Chat, do we know the
Say it
apartment
again?
number? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I'll
Okay, I'll
if
just
I
look
see it,
here.
I'll
We
let you
got
know.
201C, 202C. This is for later usage. This is just a nice apartment complex now. People live here. 204C, 203C. I'm just going through this here. 206, 205. I know she left on the second floor. Let's see this way. This is another exit.
Oh, this one
that we
says
can get through.
202.
Where could Jody be? There's
Apartment
outside
number
the
202.
lake. Running down here, see if there's
A1.
any more missing posters. Okay, you were right. Look, so it's 550. Key Apartments 550, North
Yep.
C.
Can you
And
hear
we
me,
got
Ted?
all the mailboxes
Ted?
of all the different things. So you're right. Key Apartments, we're in Building C for Jody Huizenberg. Is this where Jody Huizentrut lived?
No, I'm not sure. I thought here.
Yeah, you're way too young. Yeah. So I was just going around and trying to spread awareness of you going down to the police station. Don't worry, you're not live. We have a bunch of people on. I know it was apartment C that she got abducted with back in 1995.
I think she was in this building.
Yeah, apartment C. Yeah. So I was just checking back there, kind of looking. They checked some Coors Light bottles because they saw a van and they think might have been another guy that was obsessed with her, an older man. He's deceased now. He lived in Phoenix.
Yeah.
He named his boat after her.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, but I just wanted to stop by. I'm a salesman in this area, so I figure always in Mason City.
Yeah.
So it was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting
Yep. Take care of yourself. So yeah, Building C. Give me one second. StreamYard, come on. 1 second, guys.
Yeah, it does seem there's not a great signal in the area. I've noticed. I didn't want to say it, but it's really like herky jerky. So when Ted comes back, I will. We might have lost Ted. I'm not sure. We don't hear you, Ted. If you hear me, I don't even think you hear me anyway. I should take this opportunity to boot him because I don't think he was hearing me anyways. Maybe I'll just do that. He'll come back. As he'll know. He might think he's on now. He's not. Oh, he's back in a different window. What? Wait a second. Why? Ted. I had to boot the other one.
This is where they said the guy would meet right where the bridge is. Can you hear me, Shibby?
I hear you. You hear me? I hear you. Great. Oh. We hear you. We hear you. Oh. We hear you. Do you hear us?
So this is where they said, hey, Shibby, can you hear me or not?
Yes. I hear you. I'll text you.
So this is where they said it was in the bridge right here. And there was a guy standing right here looking at her apartment complex. I'll have to leave the chat and come in. Can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you, but you don't hear me. It's okay. Just go. I just texted him.
Shibby, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. I just texted you.
Okay, so this is where the other suspect, it's a pretty far drop. This is where they said the other suspect, they saw a man just standing right here all the time, looking at the second floor of her apartment building right there. This is where they thought Jody was at and where the All Points Bulletin is. As you can see, this is a park. It's connected to kind of a river walkway. Where is Jody at? Where is she? So, can't hear you guys, but we can hear the rest. So, okay, so we're going to go find Jody. Where is Jody? We're next to a church here. So we're at the Key Apartments. So the 600 North Key Apartments, she's actually at 550, like Shibby said. So if somebody in the chat can give me the apartment number, but we recorded it. I'm not going to knock or anything, but at least we know. So apartment C right here, and that'll conclude it. But we're at 550C is where Jody was on the second floor right here. This is where she was at. Her body, where she walked out, came down this door, and then was assaulted right here. And there was a struggle by one of these lights. I don't know if these are the newer lights, but there was a struggle right there. So that's where we're at. I'm going to go to the police station now. I'm going to hop off for a minute. Let me see if I can walk down here for a minute. Just give me a second. That one nice lady didn't know anything about the case. So we're just walking around, kind of spreading awareness of the case. So this is the dumpster where they said there might have been the Coors Light bottles that the guy was drinking outside. We're going through a lot more of the like wooded, weeded area, as we can see here. It's really, really foresty back here. I mean, easily she could have been dragged down here at night, kind of with nobody hearing because there's no windows on this side, and then could have been taken back here and dragged and basically just put in this river area. We have like a walkway, you know, where I think this is kind of where you would, or you, I just don't know where you would take a body, right? Wouldn't you just drop it back here along this area, Jody? Hold on a second, guys. Yep, apartment 202. Okay, perfect. Yep, I was there. I'm going to go back there. Just give me 1 second. Nothing works here. One second, guys. I'm connecting it back up. If you can't hear me, thank you, Misty. We'll check it out. Oh, ooh. Okay. Sorry, I completely collapsed there. It was a big fall, big drop. Where is Jody? Just looking for anything. I'm sure they already went through here. I'm sure they looked, but you know, I'm here now, right? We might as well keep going. The water's at. Don't see anything. Obviously, it's from a long time ago. I just got to be careful here. It's really. 1 second. Okay, we can go back over here. Just give me a second. I got to climb back up this thing. Oh, okay, let's make one more trek back here. Okay, so hey everybody. So yeah, so that's kind of where I was walking down, just seeing if I can get down to some of this area and just see anything. You never know, like an old glove or something that they didn't find that they could have found. Oh, let's go a little. We're gonna go back right by the apartment here. Check down here, an old water drain, maybe. Anything we can see that I just don't see anything that looks. It's been so long. It's been many winters, many seasons, a lot of different things. So, I think back here. I don't want to bother the neighbors either, but this looks like a public walkway. Just look here a little longer. Just if there's anything we could. Where is Jody? Where's Jody? Wait. Whoa, I just don't want to walk in poison ivy because there's a lot of different things, but where could Jody? Okay. Go back over here for a second. Yep. Trying to get to the front of it, guys. Sorry. Okay. So you're at apartment 202C. Okay. So just thinking that you never know. They could have brought her back here So this is the door. So she would have walked out this door to leave. Again, we got to go back up really quick. We're going up here. This is where, just think of her walking through, getting ready, be a media person. Then here it is. 202C, the apartment. It says, go away, please. Oh, that's interesting. Go away, please. So people probably visit here. Okay. That's very interesting that it says, go away, please. It must be a spot that people check out. All right, next up, we're going to the police station. Just bear with me. So she would have walked out right here, and this is where the assault would have occurred. Hold on, I'm going to turn my camera off for a minute to get to my car.
I was going to tell Ted to knock and ask them where they got that mat. There would be. Oh, am I off the screen? What's going on? So Ted's got full screen. I'll go back to this till I see him come back. Yep, my face is moving. His isn't.
Okay, buddy. Okay, everybody. Can you hear me now, Shibby?
I hear you. Do you
Should
hear
I come
me?
back out and come back in?
Yes, you should. And put it in landscape mode next time. And when he pops back up, oh, look at this guy's face. Wait till I get a camera. My hair's a little longer. My bangs have grown back. They're luscious. I have a luscious bangs. Yep. Oh, here we go. And add to stage. Oh. Hey, you're back. You hear
Hey,
me?
guys.
I was trying to check, underneath where the river was.
We heard and saw you perfectly. Everything was great. I don't think you could hear me, but it didn't matter. You were perfect. Everything went great.
Okay, good deal. I'm going to the police station now. So thank you, Misty, for the 202C. I tried to go back in that trail. I stumbled a little bit, just went underneath that bridge, just seeing anything. I know it's a long shot, 1% chance, but it was worth to go back there. That's where I would take a body if I killed somebody, like right in the river.
Also, if you think about it, if somebody were like teasing or taunting investigators, going back years later to place something would be, you never know, right? Guys, weirdos do that.
Right.
What if you stumbled on something?
Okay, so give me one. Yeah. I kind of fell. I hope I wasn't walking in a bunch of poison ivy. That looked a little suspicious, but I'll have to not
you'll know.
touch anything.
You'll know in a couple hours. If you start getting itchy, you'll know.
Yep.
Get that calamine lotion you were supposed to get last time.
Oh yeah, right. Again, anybody that's commenting in my chat, I can't see anything. Just so you guys know.
I can't see it neither. I'm in my chat, so if people are addressing Ted in his chat, I'm not sure what to say to you.
Wasn't it interesting how it said "go away, please"? So we did get the same. It was very interesting that door said "go away, please."
Yeah, they probably have people
that
going
was
there
it.
constantly.
Nonstop. What a bad. There to deal with that. Police station. Give me a second. Plug Apple Maps.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you were able to walk in and just walk around. Usually they have them locked, so only the people that live there.
Yeah, right.
This is wide open. That's like the 80s and 70s and 60s. You could walk into apartments. Now that should be only the people would have a way to open the door.
So
and like in Jerry Seinfeld, you would shut the door and you wouldn't let anyone in behind you, even if they were your neighbor.
Right. Mason City Police Station. All right, we're going there next.
The signal's not that great around there. You're black screen again.
Well, no, I know because I'm doing GPS.
Oh,
you got to give me 1 second.
Sorry.
One second.
Ignore me. I should know better.
Sorry. I know.
So I won't tell you you're in portrait mode then. So it's okay. It's perfect. Nice trees.
No, I'm
Nice
going to go
tree.
landscape soon. Yeah, I'm going to go landscape soon.
No worry.
Just
It's a nice area. Very nice area. Open, spacious.
oh yeah, I've been to Mason City quite a bit.
I love when people do the best to keep their trees instead of just cutting them down. Get them actually pruned and maintained. I'm a big fan of trees. I have big, huge maples, silver maples in my yard.
You know what? It probably didn't look like that on video, but that was tough terrain back underneath that bridge. It was like
No, yeah.
could have wiped out. Okay, so
How's it there? Is it warm, cool, just right?
57 degrees.
Yeah. Cool, right, for you?
Oh yeah, definitely cool.
That's good though. When you're doing all that walking
should
around,
be
it's
there.
probably better. Probably better.
Yeah, oh yeah.
When you're walking in a suit, especially. That's why I
There's
hate
the
being at a
apartment
wedding
again.
in the middle of
There's where-
July.
We're driving past. This is the bridge where they said, and we'll play that later, where they said one of the suspects was standing every night and watching her from her window. So sad. What if there's a little memorial for her over here? Looks like a place that you would have a memorial by a park. Poison Trout, right? Trout? Poison Trout? I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry.
Poison Trout.
The Jody.
I'll
just say the Jody case.
I'd say who's in truth?
Who's in
I
truth?
think I'm hearing. Who's in truth? I mean, as long as you don't say Berg, I think it'll be fine.
Found that very interesting, though. That doormat. That's kind of how we knew that was the right place.
Well, I don't want to say it, but I've heard some people in chat saying Faithful saying it was 205, but either way.
Yeah, no. It definitely was 202 because for something that says "Go away, please," it's. I mean, I recorded every door, so I mean, I'm not going to knock and bother neighbors, but you know, I thought
I'm just shocked.
that was the evidence.
You were actually
right
just
there,
to walk in. You were able to walk in there. That was weird enough. Like,
yeah. I figured I might get confronted or something, so I didn't know.
No, but just it should be. You think it would be locked up in this day and age?
Yeah.
Like only accessible to the people who live there.
Okay, so let's go in our. All right, let's rock and roll. Police. Let's see the front entrance. Maybe it's on the other side, actually. 1 second.
I guess you're going to ask them if there's any updates or anything new or anything or what. I don't know.
Excuse me, sir. Are you in a hurry by any chance? I was just videotaping. I went to Jody Poison Trout case, that cold case from 30 years ago, the weather lady. Okay. I was wondering, do you have any if I went in the police office, is there any wanted missing person posters I could get?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty new here. You might
Sure.
be able to ask someone at the front.
Okay, and then the best way to get to the front would be over there.
Yeah, go over the other end.
Thank you. I appreciate what you do. Thank you. They were newer guys. Can you hear me?
You
Or
think
you guys?
though-
This
Yep, we hear
StreamYard
you.
is garbage. We got to get something else than StreamYard.
No, I think it's your connection. Honestly, this whole day, this area's had a bad connection.
ACO parking only. All right. Oh, it says Ted investigates parking. All right, I got my own parking
Perfect. There you go.
spot. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Hang on.
Are you taking that in, or if you want to pause it, I can put on a video or something and do something else. If you want to
Yeah, I mean, I could go in with it, or do you think everyone would get a little on edge? Maybe I could get more.
I think you're allowed to. I think you should do it. And if you feel uncomfortable,
Yeah. I
turn
mean, I was
off,
doing
but-
it all the other places. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the police station. They'll understand. Just tell them.
This says employees only. So
yeah, you don't go. Yeah, you don't. So you're a reporter. To start with, you're a reporter, and you're doing a
Yep.
case investigation or story, and they'll help you. They'll gladly help you. I'm sure. I mean,
How many people do we have watching? Do we have? Do we it seem like we?
Do you want? So I'll tell you. When I hover over, it says X has 135 views. 77 people are here, and 146 in your chat.
Okay. All right. Well, it's okay.
So basically, it says 370, but 130 is views from X. So
Yeah. Well, yeah. Those are when I go on. That's live. All right. So we got for 78 Georgia. Please use the other door.
maybe they can give you a printout. You should
Yeah,
ask
for
them.
sure.
So I'll keep quiet.
Yeah, please. Hi. So we can sign in here. Oops, so both the camera. Hi. I'm a reporter with Ted Investigates, and I was just covering the Jody Hosentroit case.
Okay.
And I was just wondering if I could get like a missing person photo or anything, or if there's someone I could talk to.
The person you knew as you speak with to be the Chief McKelvey or
Chief McKelvey.
Sergeant Prohaska, and
Okay.
the other one is in currently.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Is there any do you have any posters here of anything or anything about her?
So
Okay. It's just such a sad story. It's
it
been so
is,
long.
yeah, it is.
And I've been through Mason City for
If
years.
you
So
want to leave me your business card, I can pass it on to the appropriate people.
yeah. Can I put down actually I don't have my business card, but could I put down my cell phone and my info?
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Oh, this is really cool, guys. They got an awesome. Oh, there is. Okay, cool. I'll videotape it. Thank you.
Hold on, my coworker might be able to help you.
Oh, your coworker might be able to help me. Cool. Okay.
The missing persons flyer.
Yeah, but just like a missing person flyer.
That corkboard right there.
Okay.
The top left photo.
Top left?
Photo is up there.
Okay. I have people watching, so if you don't want to be on camera, I'm just going to keep it down. Okay. Holy cow! Look. Oh my God, that's that guy that was just captured. That was that big drug cartel guy.
There you go. But yeah, that's the only thing we would have available.
Oh wow. Okay, everybody. There's sweetheart Jody. And this is my sales territory. I've covered Iowa for 10 years. Then I decided to do a true crime podcast. And then I just float around my 10-state territory finding things in the Jody case. So I've been to Mason City maybe a million times the last 15 years. So
Okay, thanks.
thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate what everyone does. Thank you. I can't believe this guy too, guys. This guy actually, because I follow FBI top 10, this guy was they actually caught this guy. This guy's like Sinaloa cartel guy. He's done. There's Eric Fisher. I was just in Scottsdale, Arizona. This is the guy that murdered his family and blew up his house. They think he's dead. He ran in the mountains. This guy's a real dirtball. This is a guy, I believe he shot a neighbor or something they're looking for. This thing is a convicted, I don't know if it's a child murderer. Let me just see. Wow, that's impressive. So this is Jody, 110-5-4. Yeah, so they got a wanted poster up. That's awesome that they still have it. This is the guy that actually, Yasser Abdul Saeed, he burned his two daughters to death because he molested them and then he didn't want them dating people, so he murdered them. This guy's been on the run for God knows when. This guy is a big time dirtball. These are just horrible people here. That's awesome that they have it. Here's some arrested by the U.S. Marshals. That's awesome. I think this is a terrorist guy, actually. One second. Is allegedly, oh no, the guy killed his wife. But this guy is actually a Netflix documentary if you want to look up. This guy is no good at all. This guy, Jason Derrick, is a armed robbery first degree. This guy's been on the FBI most wanted forever. So is Robert Fisher, neighbor killer. And we'll go back to Jody real quick just to see the sign. Let me read what it says. Jody was reported missing in Mason City, and police. There's the number that I'm going to call, 641. That's what they said, 421-3636 in Mason City, Iowa on June 27, 1995. She was last heard from at 4:10 a.m. She said that she was on her way to work. Foul play is suspected in her disappearance. Missing person, Iowa information. Jody, what a sweetheart. Here's another missing person. Grace was reported missing in Mason City in 1983. Okay, so that's just the wanted board, so they have that up. And there's a restroom here, police headquarters. Yeah, so Mason City Department. And then here's some of the really cool officers. Really cool stuff they have here, from guns, all the different things, which is awesome. Handguns, law enforcement from long time ago, all the different badges, all the different men that fought, the line of duty for us, pepper spray, captain, stuff from 1974. Look how cool this is. Policeman's Ball, Surf, Clear Lake, Iowa. I know where that is. We have a lot of stuff. Bulletproof glass taken from the First National Bank that was rittered by the Dillinger gang mob. John Dillinger. Look at this. John Dillinger. John Dillinger. Okay, so this is some pretty cool stuff. You don't see this in police stations. Wow. That is awesome. See if there's anything else. Look at all these key locks and different sap gloves filled with powder lead owned by Lieutenant Wayne Anderson's sunglasses and tie, old school radio, cop radios, revolvers and everything. Okay, well, I'm going to let everybody be their peace. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day. Thank you. Stay safe. Okay, guys, I'm going to get off of YouTube right now and just stick with Vex. But yeah, so that I was able to get the phone number. They said just contact that phone number for the detective. They'd be more than happy. I muted it for a second. They'd be more than happy to give an interview. I'm going to get off of YouTube right now. Just give me 1 second.
Wait.
I think you can just
Ted, tell everybody
Yeah.
to come to my chat if I'm staying. Wait,
Oh,
let me
yeah,
drop
yeah.
a link. Wait.
Yep.
Don't
go
do it yet. Wait. Give me a sec. I'll get the link and I'll take it to your chat. Wait. Give me 2 minutes.
Yep.
I'm getting good at this. So I'm going over there now. Give me 1 second. Oh, you guys can hear me. I'm going to put the link in your chat if you wanted to come and continue. Ted's not finishing. He's just
I'm not
ending
finishing.
his-
I'm just getting off YouTube.
Like, we're going to keep this going. He's
I
just
think you-
ending his YouTube. Here we go.
And let me thank everybody. Let me see if anybody's on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not glorifying Dillinger. It was unique that they had him there.
No,
I think
mean, it's
people really jumped the gun. John Dillinger was a badass gangster. Yeah, I think it was very glorifying as a silly comment.
right. But I mean,
I'm glorifying. Yeah. I'm putting a visual up with John Dillinger, and we're going to have a candlelight ceremony, and I'll sit there and pray in tongues. Come on,
it's a part of
people.
history. It's a part of history. It's interesting.
Such a Karen. Okay, perfect. I'm going to get off this. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Karens and
Yeah,
Darren.
I put the link in Ted's chat. Come on over. We're gonna do.
Come on
more.
over. Okay, I'll get off of that. Glorifying John Dillinger.
Well,
Clown show.
call up the
Clown
police
show.
station and complain.
Yeah.
Call the police
Yeah.
station.
And exactly. And it's in the police station. It's
call
an
them.
item in the police station. God, people just sensitive, man. You got to have thicker skin. Thanks. All right, I'm removing this.
Later. We'll keep you live though. I'm staying live.
Yep. No, yeah, I'm staying live. Yeah. All right, I'll call on a little bit later.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Bye. I'll watch some videos. Take your time. And that was Ted Investigates, glorifying John Dillinger. I mean, come on, that's an interesting part of history. It's not like we're glorifying it. The police put it there. They had a display for the people to see. I mean, people, we got all this is bonus content. Ted is walking around, and if this isn't your kind of thing, maybe come on back when it is. But until then, I appreciate everything this young man, this energetic young man, is doing. He's out. I've been sitting in my recliner for 3 hours now. He's out driving, walking under bridges, scaling walls, and doing interesting things. He was in the area, and I appreciate it. Everything this young man does. Good dude, Ted. So that's we're going to watch a bit of this. I believe we were looking. So this is a 50th anniversary update on what Ted was just looking at. I will go full screen, and I'll do better trying to read the chats now that we have one less chat to pay attention to. If everyone, I'll update you if Ted, whatever Ted wants to do. The answer is yes from me. So 50th, the eve of the 50th birthday, search for Jody Huisentruit continues. Here it is.
On the eve of what would have been her 50th birthday, the search for answers in the disappearance of Jody Huisentruit continues.
It has been more than 20 years since a young anchorwoman from Minnesota went missing. Investigators believe someone attacked Jody as she headed to her car for the early news shift in June of 1995. Only on WCCO, Mary McGuire sat down with Jody's close friend and former co-worker to hear who she thinks is responsible for her disappearance.
I remember seeing her and hearing her giggle, something I'll never forget. And she always had this little bit of a Minnesota accent.
As two young anchors cutting their teeth in Mason City, Robin Wolfram and Jody Husentrut shared a dream of someday making it on the national news. On June 27th of 1995, that dream was snuffed out when Jody mysteriously went missing.
That night, it was on national news, and I looked up, and just the sickening sense that I got about, this is not what we meant about being on national news, and even all these years later, it just seems so unfair. That perception.
Forced to play the role of both journalist and friend, Wolfram reported on the disappearance, even interviewing the man who Jody was seen with last.
What was his demeanor like? Joyful, almost, strangely happy, and telling me how he named his boat after her and how he just loved her.
She has no doubt in her mind that man, an older gentleman who is friends with Jody, is the one responsible for her disappearance.
Ooh, you won't want to miss that. I cautioned Jody about their friendship. In television, we have a gut instinct about things. My gut and my instinct tells me that he's responsible.
WCCO is not naming the man, now living in Arizona, since he has not been charged with any crime. But Wolfram isn't the only one who shares those same suspicions about him. Last March, FindJody.com, a website dedicated to the case, reported Mason City police served him with a search warrant, seeking GPS data on two of his cars. As the years press on and the case grows colder, Wolfram is holding on to hope that someday closure will come.
They are held accountable for snuffing out such an amazingly beautiful, beautiful life.
Now, the Mason City Police Chief tells me the department is still actively working the case, but can't comment any further. A 50th birthday memorial event for Jody will be held tomorrow in Mason City. I know cases like the Jacob Wetterling case being solved, that is giving a lot of hope to the people who want to find out where Jody is and who did this.
All right. Thank you, Mary.
And we're back. So how about, excuse me. So it seems as though oh my God, an interview with her? Sorry, let me see what this is. My things, Jody Husentrut interview. Can we play this? I'm sure we could play this. An interview with her?
Almost 12 years ago, a television news anchor in Mason City, Iowa vanished without a trace. This is the story of Jody Husentrut.
Oh, wait, maybe I can't play this. I don't know. Is this somebody put this together, or is this Find Jody? It says it's an interview. Jody Husentrut interview. It sounds like this is an interview with her. So it's not. It's about her, but it's not an interview with her. So it's a little, not misleading, but it wasn't exactly as it said it was. So here, I want to find some newer stuff. Like what could be some of the newer updates? This one here said something about 30 years later. Yeah, this one here, 30 years in. My silly ad blocker is not playing well.
Reflection now tonight at 6 on the successful life and career Jody could have had, and details from investigators as they look to help solve the mystery 3 decades later.
As our Olivia Pronzinski explains, it also brings hope. The cold case won't see another year go by unsolved.
In the early morning of June 27th, 1995, Jody Husentrut was getting ready to go to her morning news anchor shift here in Mason City. It was here at the Key Apartments 30 years ago where she was abducted. Now, 30 years later, we still have no answers or accountability to her abduction. Now, people close to the case say their frustration continues to grow.
The past year, there's been a rush, a lot of activity and a lot of visibility, but I can't say standing here today that we feel any closer than we were before. I hope we are, but I certainly don't feel that.
A search in rural Winstead, Minnesota. A main suspect passing away, investigators comparing notes in other cases, and a court battle to unseal a search warrant. These are all things that have been topics in the 29th year of Jody's disappearance, and things that leave Mason City Police Chief Jeff Brinkley to say things feel different heading into the third decade milestone.
Hopefully the work that has been done recently that has been in the focus of the media helps to reassure people that we're still doing what we've been doing all along.
Efforts to keep Jody visible can still be seen around Mason City. This year with a new message, 30 years, it's time. Journalist Caroline Lowe says a big challenge now is fading memories, and people close to the case have since passed away.
Get it off your shoulders. Let investigators see if maybe it corroborates something in their files.
Efforts to keep the case front of mind seem to be working. Chief Brinkley says not 1 month goes by without a tip in Jody's case.
Get emails, calls, letters, all kinds of different kinds of communication, people trying to help us.
Well, passing time is a disadvantage. Evolving forensic science has given many cold cases a renewed sense of hope.
We have to just balance those with the information and the evidence that we have in trying to move the case forward.
If there's one thing I've learned as a cold case investigator, it's that you can never give up hope, because there are cases 50 years old that are being unraveled in this day and age.
According to Find Jody, 2 separate federal grand juries have investigated Jody's case. Both ended without any indictments. In the 30th year, private investigator Steve Ridge says impaneling another grand jury could prove helpful.
Just to gather information and interview people while they are still able to contribute.
Friend and last known person to see Jody, John Van Cise, passed away in December of 2024. He is someone who investigators have watched closely. When asked if he is still being investigated, Chief Brinkley kept details close to the vest.
Yeah, I don't have any comment on that side of case facts at this point.
Everyone close to the case says it's time for a confession.
And we're not going to stop looking for answers and try to avoid these annual events.
Put yourself in the shoes of the family members and her coworkers and friends who have lived with this for the last 30 years.
Reporting in Mason City, I'm Olivia Pronzinski.
The Iowa Cold Case Unit has yet to look into Jody's case. Chief Brinkley says there absolutely is a place and time down the road the unit could be an additional resource. Anyone with information is asked to contact Mason City Police or the Iowa Department of Criminal Investigation.
2025.
Oh, so that did play. This is something about a new documentary from 9 months ago. So I wanted to check this out. There was a new documentary. This isn't it, but it's just a quick story about it.
Marks 30 years since the abduction of news anchor Jody Huisentruit. The 27-year-old from Long Prairie never showed up for her morning shift at KIMT in Mason City, Iowa. And as all of you know, her case remains open and unsolved. Why are we talking about it? Well, because today a documentary looking into her disappearance premiered on Hulu, big platform. And Morgan talked to the filmmaker and an investigator about where Jody's case stands right now.
The Mason City Police receives a phone call from KIMT to do a welfare check on Jody.
30 years since the nation first heard Jody Huisentrut's name. Now, a new documentary produced by a Minnesotan is revisiting her case. The Long Prairie native was a morning news anchor in Mason City, Iowa, when she vanished June 27, 1995.
It's just a long time coming, I think, to get these new details out about her case.
Maria Oz is the executive producer behind the 3-part series on Hulu. Her team follows a tip that they received from one of Jody's high school friends.
You know that burning gut feeling that you get? I couldn't let it go.
The crew follows Mason City Police as they investigate the tip, leading them to a search that we reported on last fall in Winstead that did not find any human remains.
I think it's just a really authentic look at what it takes to investigate a case. You know, it's just not cut and dried. It's not black and white.
Do you think it was really your mission to bring people up to speed on today?
You know, I think they have put information out there, but there's always more that's been held back.
The same person talked with Gary Peterson, who co-founded Find Jody. He was a journalist at KAL in Austin, and he interviewed somebody, the same person, 18 years ago. And she told him she'd already been to police.
Caroline Lowe, a longtime investigative reporter in the Twin Cities, has covered this case for 28 years. She's a part of Find Jody, a group created by another Minnesota journalist in 2003. They have chased down their own tips over the years, including some mentioned in the documentary.
We've seen that in a number of other cases where years later, it's somebody whose name may have surfaced early but not been a prime person of interest. Easily that could be the case with Jody.
We also talk about another newer person of interest who is a presumed serial killer who sort of comes into the mix, again, as a result of a tip that's been revived for good reason.
Chris Revac had a girlfriend that was living in Mason City in 1995, which is exactly the same year that Jody Huisentruit went missing.
It's not the first documentary on Jody, but it reignites a story that's never stopped leaving its mark. Caroline believes in keeping an open mind, determined to see this case close one day and see Jody's family find resolution.
Jody's family most of all needs it, but I think the rest of us need it as well. Back to Jacob, I didn't think Jacob would be found. And when that happened 9 years ago, that gave me the hope I have for Jody.
But I think we always think somebody knows something, right? Because how do you keep that secret and how do you keep it for 30 years?
All good questions. Hard to believe Jody would have been 57 years old. Her birthday would have been last month. You can stream that show. It's called Her Last Broadcast, The Abduction of Jody Huisentruit. It's on Hulu. It's on there tonight. We'll be right back.
So what we could do is now I think we'll wait for Ted to come back. What we could do is I had a Little Jane Doe playlist, I believe. Let me just double check. Did I not have a Little Jane Doe? No. Why don't we do a quick update on the little, because that's what I thought we were doing today, but also Ted has just been out and about doing stuff. And he was in the area of that, so he wanted to do this is what Ted stumbled on yesterday. When he was in the area, Ted was doing St. Louis. And he had a couple hours to kill. Excuse me. He had a couple hours extra, and he just searched in the area he had time. Oh, so that's it. I'll put it up. And he stumbled on this case. And then last night in my chat, the person who made a documentary came in, and we're going to premiere it as soon as it's a 2 hours and 9-minute documentary. But this was, which one is it? Just a better one. 2 minutes, 4 minutes. Is it this one? Or this one? I think no, it's probably this one I want to watch. So I'll put this one on. So I'll get it ready.
Tonight we're learning exclusive.
So I'll give you a quick update. So what happened here is, let me take this off the screen. So in 1983, a child was found, and they thought it was an adult, and they were found in the basement. I believe this might be the wrong place. I think this might be it. It's in St. Louis, and unfortunately hands were bound behind their back with a yellow rope and wearing a yellow sweater. And unfortunately they had been, I guess, decapitated via I'm assuming a sword or machine, like one, I would guess like a samurai sword or something. And they never found the child's head, and she's a Jane Doe. She's a Jane Doe. And they still to this day don't know. They exhumed her body and sometime, I think it was 2013 or 2012, to try some of the familial DNA connection stuff that was, getting better. And who said it was a hatchet? I don't think they found the weapon, so I think we can go about what weapon it was. A hatchet? A hatchet, are you referring to like an axe? Because I heard it was a clean cut, and an axe would not make a clean cut. So it was a clean cut. So I'm guessing a samurai sword or a very sharp machete type knife. So, oh, did the guy, the director said a hatchet? What does that mean? I guess. So I'll check up on that. Maybe these people, yeah, we could be getting wrong information because I sound like he had said that some of the information that the news and the police had was incorrect. So I will, yeah. So if that's the case, then will definitely find more about that because I was on till Alex's till 5 a.m. and then I went straight live. But he did let us watch a few things. So I will put this story on and just know that it's a cold case, and in St. Louis they had exhumed her body. It's an 8 to 11-year-old child, headless, was bound, and he said she was drained of blood, and they have no idea. It's a Jane Doe. They have no idea her name and nothing about her. So again, there's a graveyard called the Cavalry Graveyard nearby cemetery, and they have an area where there's innocence area of other Jane Doe and John Doe, I guess. I'm not sure if it's all children, but it's unidentified Jane and John Doe's in the cemetery, and she's there with nothing on her headstone, just 1983. And so if they could at the very least identify her, it would be something for people to, something for her, at the very least. And obviously that leads to a whole, if they can identify her, that would lead to a whole bunch of stuff to investigate, I'm sure. Right? But so Ted is going back to Tucson. I think he said he was, but I can't say for sure. He said he wanted to. So I'll update you if and when, when he comes back, we can ask him that for sure. For sure. So email him, Kristen, tedinvestigates@gmail.com. Okay? Ask him. He'll gladly tell you if he knows. But then again, it's kind of hard to say what might happen because then when he changes plans, people really get. I understand too. I don't want you to feel we're gaslighting you in that, but Ted changes plans on the go and he's not. So if we find a date, thank you, Alicia. We will definitely update you. And when he comes back on, I'll ask him for you. How's that? Okay. If he comes back on, he's taking a little break doing stuff, I will ask him that. And Alicia will remind me. Thank you. We will ask him because I'd like to know too. But again, if he says, just know that plans can always change, and he would do everything at once, but you can't, right? So let's just watch this, and I'll text him and see what he wants to do. Actually, I'll leave him alone. We'll watch this and the other one, and I think I have a few more of them. If not, we can always end and maybe take a break and do like a talk show host later. Talk show, like a call-in show or something, if you want to later, doing a rest. And I really enjoyed that when they have I think it's best if there's maybe 4 people, but all the shows like Alex and JLR had like 8 people to the whole conversation. And it's not even that bad when everyone kind of just waits their turn and has decent audio and is not playing TVs in the background and dogs barking and stuff. It works out okay. Or like when it's not your turn to talk, I always mute my microphone and wait and then unmute it. So it's not bad. I had like 4 people is decent. 3, 4, but Alex and JLR had 8 or 9 people. And it just if you want to be serious about this, you must get at least a microphone and it can plug into your smartphone anywhere, and a set of headphones. Because when you try to use your computer, the speakers, it kind of goes through the microphone. So if you're ever calling in, just a pair of headphones is good. Even just the wired headphones or Bluetooth. But just having headphones helps when you're calling into shows. And doing it on your computer, StreamYard for me on the computer with this microphone, it sounds a lot better in my opinion. So I would like to do that more. So we'll see what Ted wants to do, and I will play this. This is the Little Jane Doe, unidentified 40-year-old cold case from 1983. She's basically the same age as me, because if she was 10 years old in 83, I was born in 73. So I was 10 years old in 83 myself. So she would be at least 52 or 51, 50 to 53 or 4, because they said that she would look 8 to 11 years old. So, and I would be around 9 or 10 at this time, because I was born in late September of 73. So, alrighty. And so another thing is Ted was there yesterday, and he went in this area within like a 4 or 5, and just got out of his car and just got out and was asking people on what they thought about this case. And there's, of the 10 to 12 people he talked to, only 1 or 2 had heard about it. And he was within blocks of the place where she was found. The building had been torn down, but he was, and it turns out all the people he was questioning, all their places were being rebuilt, obviously because, the times, right? Small towns like that are not doing so well, and all it takes is for one big plant or mine to close, and hardship hits its areas. And also, 1 year ago, they had an F4 tornado come through this area that was already hit, old homes and stuff. So last year, 1 year ago today, or approximately 12 months ago, the area Ted, they were rebuilding, had F4 tornado come through. So it was also that. But then Ted went to the police station, and they kind of didn't know what he was talking about. Meanwhile, they're calling for witnesses and help from the public. And then Ted went to the homicide department, like the main headquarters, and there's a unit. They're saying that, I don't know if it's even one person. There's an office. Sounds like even if there's just one person doing it, they weren't there at this time. So they said there's one person dedicated to this, to solving. And meanwhile, you'd think that person isn't doing a great job of getting the word out, because Ted was walking around within 5 to 10 blocks of this area, and 80% of the people he talked to had never heard of this case. So how can you respectfully identify her, at the very least, give her name back on her headstone? Oh my God, the very least. The cops, it's all just like show. Like, I don't really think they were trying as hard as they made it sound like, because there's one of these where the cops doing a whole, yeah, he's here in this one. It's like they're doing a whole plea. Ted stands here in this lot looking at this area, and they're doing a whole news story every year or whatever, telling people, if you see something, say something, help us, we want to identify her. And Ted walks into the front headquarters 2-3 blocks away, and they have no clue what he's talking about. Honestly.
Exclusive new details about a potential lead in a case that has haunted St. Louis detectives for 40 years. It involves the body of a little girl who was found beheaded in the basement.
Well, I'm not sure. It would appear so, because Ted walked in to 2 police stations and nobody could help him with this or give him even a flyer. So I don't know if that's I would say it's pretty bad. Yeah, I would. I'm saying it. Nope, you didn't misunderstand. I'm very clear. Nope. Are you having trouble misunderstanding? Nope. I think they're doing a bad job, because getting the word out, if they're trying to identify this young girl, Ted walked around that area talking to 10, 12, you saw it, because you guys were watching. Ted walked and just talked to 12 random people on their front steps within 5 or 6 blocks of where this body was found. And not only 1 or 2 had even heard of this. The yellow sweater, a girl was decapitated. Nobody, 2 older people had heard about it. So they're not doing a good job of putting flyers out or getting help from the public, because they don't even know about it. So that was my assessment. Oh, well, that's what happened. Yeah, because Ted had walked around in this very area where her body was found within 10 blocks. He just got out of his car. You'll see it go on our replay. And just asked. There was this nice old man on this, like a bench, and the guy talked to him for 5 or 10 minutes. And he went up to there was a house under construction, and Ted just went up to the front door, and some worker came out and talked to him for a few minutes. And of the 10 to 12 people, this one lady, who I guess had bad info. By the way, she at least knew about it, and she surprisingly brought up Nancy Guthrie to Ted, and Ted was a little surprised with that. So yeah, it was interesting when Ted walked around, and within 10 blocks of this where she was found, and they're making pleas to the public, right? they're pleading. This cop is going to be pleading to the public every year, probably, on this, going out there, and people have no clue. So it's going to be incumbent upon Ted, guys like Ted, and to go and get 100 things printed out and just to walk around the neighborhood until people, so it doesn't seem like they're doing a very good job, in my opinion. If Ted can walk around and talk to 12 people that are within 5 blocks of where his body was found, just 12 random adults out of their car and in church parking lots, on their front steps, walking down the sidewalk, and only 2 people had heard, and 10 people had no clue about this.
Of a vacant building. She remains unidentified, and so does her killer.
Tonight, our Christine Byers explains why homicide detectives are excited about.
Whoa, so Bob, so if you think Ted walks around that area and talks to 12 people and only 2 have heard of this unidentified girl's case, that they're pleading for the public to help, and then Ted walked into the front door of the police station, they had no clue, and then he went to the homicide department and they barely had a clue what he was talking about. There was no flyers up, and this is all within 5 to 10 blocks. So if you think I'm entitled to my opinion, thank you. You're entitled to your opinion too. So I guess you think Ellie did a good job. You're entitled to your opinion too.
A social media post.
Man, the 2 main police stations, Ted couldn't get anything on this. And the 12 people he talked to, only 2 knew about it, and they're pleading for people to help solve this. So your assessment is the police are doing good, and my assessment is I think they should do a little more to get the name out. People like Ted are going to have to go back and print flyers out and do this.
And how it could finally unlock the answers they've
It
been
is
searching
okay.
for
Definitely.
all this time.
Your
We
opinion's
do want to
welcome
warn
here,
you,
Bob.
some of the
For
details
sure.
and images in this story could be disturbing for some viewers.
Quite the assessment you got.
On the surface, there certainly seems to be information in that post.
We caught up with St. Louis Police Sergeant Charlie Wall at the vacant lot where this apartment building once stood in the 5600 block of Clemens Avenue. It was vacant on February 28, 1983, when 2 men told police they went in hoping to find something to fix their car. Instead, they made.
I generally give Ellie the benefit of the doubt when it comes to cold cases, but you're entitled to your opinion. So what does that mean then? So what are you saying by saying that? Can you explain? Right. Of course he's entitled to my opinion. Thank you for granting me that entitlement. Oh my gosh. But can you what? So you're not saying. So you're not saying that, right? So what are you saying by this? I generally give Ellie the benefit of the doubt when it comes to cold cases, but you are entitled to your opinion. So are you saying my opinion? If I'm entitled to my opinion, you're implying that you don't agree with it. Therefore, you're saying Ellie is doing a good job. No. Well, you weren't asking. You were just saying, no, this isn't a question. No. I mean, you want to have a discussion, but then when I discuss, you seem to backpedal a lot. Thank you, though. Your opinion is welcome here, too. Thank you for granting me the ability to have mine. I'm a tyrant. No, not yet, Lucy. When I get more subs, my tyrant side will come out. You're so right.
Made a grisly discovery when they flicked on a cigarette lighter in the dark basement. The decapitated body of a little girl lying on her stomach.
A cold case of this magnitude, I think at various points over the years, it's received some national attention.
She was naked from the waist down, wearing only this bloody yellow V-neck sweater.
No. What do you mean? I was just reading your comment verbatim. How was I reading more into it? How about I just read it verbatim? And do you think I'm reading more into it? So can you tell me what you meant by this then? I'm curious. You generally give Ellie the benefit of the doubt when it comes to cold cases, but I'm entitled to my opinion, meaning that implies that you don't agree with it, and we're agreeing to disagree, and I think that's great. I'm not reading it in anything. I'm just reading it literally verbatim. So.
This red and white rope bound her hands behind her back. Her nails were painted red, but sloppy, like any child painting their own nails would do.
It's unimaginable.
Don't you start with
And
me,
it
Lucy,
proved-
with Dale. Don't you get going there, girl.
Impossible to solve.
Anybody that had anything to do with this case in its early days was doing
Oh,
everything.
hey, just this was St. Louis. St. Louis in 1983. It's a cold case. So it's called we'll do more on it. It's called the St. Louis Little Jane Doe, and they call her Hope. And she's identified to this day. And 8 to 10-year-old African American child found headless and bound hands behind her back with just a sweater on, I think. And it's extremely unfortunate. But Ted was actually standing here in this area yesterday, and he went around to all these people, and only out of the 12 people he talked to or so, only 2 had even heard of it, and they're making pleas to the public. So I just, when Ted gets back out there, maybe we'll get some flyers and he can get out there. And then one of the documentarians was on the show, and we're going to play his documentary in full, no disruptions, no interruptions, properly. And then if he'll allow us to watch it again, we'll go through it and pause to commentary. But the first time, I'd really like to see it, and we'll share the links to all his YouTube and anything he wants to share. His name is Bird, Edra Sosa, Bird, from like some kind of Bird Studios. We'll share it all with you. And anything, not the document, but we'll watch it, hopefully, and he says we can watch it. So I'll play it through on our next show. We'll do a whole show committed to it, and we'll do it properly. And then afterwards, we can then watch and then stop and pause for commentary. But the first time, we'll talk with Bird, and I'm sure that would be the best way to do it, to get it properly, and then we can go back through it. But we're not going to share that link, obviously. It's a special link. So, but there's news stories on it and clips that he made that we can share. So.
Their power to try to solve it at that point in time. And here we are, this many years later.
10 years ago, police exhumed her remains to do further DNA testing. They've combed through multiple databases that have led to breaks and other seemingly unsolvable cold cases across the country. Nothing has ever clicked in this case. Then, just 1 month ago, this post titled "Trying to Find Missing Sister" by a poster named Finding Janetta on the website Reddit popped up. In it, the author writes she and her older sister had different fathers and lived with their maternal grandmother after their mother went to jail in 1981. The poster says she remembers her sister's father picking her up just after New Year's in 1983 and never letting her or her mother ever see her again. The remains of the little girl, who has become known as Little Jane Doe, were found about a month later. Other specific details from the post include a birth date of May 15th, 1973, which would have made her 9 years old at the time she last saw her sister, and within the 8 to 12-year-old age range forensic experts believe the remains fall. A possible name, Janetta Brooks. References to the little girl's father having ties to Terre Haute, Indiana, and St. Louis. Relatives of the child's father confirming that they haven't seen the child since Valentine's Day in 1983 either.
The level of detail that is contained within this post, there seems to be a fair amount of information that could potentially fit with the information that investigators already know.
But whoever Finding Janetta has gone dark. 5 on Your Side posted a comment asking the author to respond. We haven't heard back, and neither have the police.
You know, we have to hold out hope that there's somebody that knows something, somebody that maybe, just saw a child walking down the street around that time, February 28th of 1983, a little girl in a yellow sweater.
Christine Byers, 5 on Your Side.
We've posted the entire Reddit post on KSDK.com. If you have information on this case, please call St. Louis Police at 314-444-5731. If you'd like to remain anonymous, just call Crime Stoppers at 877-371-TIPS.
And maybe we'll watch it. There's a different one. Those are updates. This is from 2 years ago. So is this the same one? There's a different one. Oh, there's a new lead. So, You know what I could do? I could just play that last bit where this from no, this is from Ted's. I could play the last bit of mine because Bird let us play a few little things, but we're going to do a whole proper show. Trust me. We need to communicate. And Ted, this documentarian guy named Bird, offered Ted. It was my mistake. I thought Ted was going to be back in St. Louis today. So this guy was going to take Ted to all the places and like meet him and show him and help us get the right information. So, because he said a few of the things in the news stories were not so correct. And here's the tornado. So Ted was walking around this neighborhood, and this is what happened yesterday. He found out that they were rebuilding from tornadoes from 1 year ago, and Ted was walking around knocking on some of these houses where he was walking on down these streets, knocking on doors, and that's when he found out about that. I don't want to get into that. Oh. So that looks like his document. And it could be a different one. Oh, and another weird thing is they sent the rope in the sweater, I guess, to a psychic in Florida, and it got lost in the mail. It was very strange. There's 3 different Jane Doe cases. So here. Oh, was this mine from yesterday? Oh, this is mine from yesterday. No, it's the one from the day before. I'll tell you this one was interesting. I'm gathering some information, and I'll text Ted to see if he wants to do anything.
This week marks a somber anniversary for a crime that has haunted St. Louis City homicide detectives for generations. This week's break in the decades-old cold case known as Valentine Sally renews hope for local investigators working on a case known as Baby Jane Doe. Tonight, the I-Team's Christine Byers brings us the latest in the quest to identify this little girl, believed to be between 8 and 12 years old.
Along Clemens Avenue in North St. Louis, things are pretty quiet these days. But retired homicide detective Joe Burgoon remembers a much different scene 38 years ago.
In some cases, they stick with you.
2 guys had a car breakdown in this neighborhood on February 28, 1983. They went into the basement of a vacant apartment building, hoping to find a pipe to help them fix their car. When they flicked on their cigarette lighter, what they found that day ignited one of the most gruesome and coldest cases St. Louis detectives have ever seen.
She was in the furnace room. It was real dark in there, and it was damp, cold and damp, and we saw the victim laying there. She was laying face down.
They found the body of a little girl, her hands tied behind her back with a red and white nylon rope. She was wearing only a yellow V-neck sweater. Her head was severed and never found.
We didn't know she was really a child until they turned her over. We thought she was a woman. Figured it had to be somebody reported missing.
But no one did. The identity of Baby Jane Doe remains a mystery, and so does the identity of her killer.
This was a brutal crime. You don't know what she went through.
And even though investigators have changed through the years, the St. Louis Police Department hasn't forgotten the case. In 2019, the department formed a cold case unit that answers to Major Sean Dace. Baby Jane Doe's case is among their top priorities.
We felt like maybe with new technology, it could create some new evidence or some new leads to help solve some of those cases.
Those advancements in technology include sites like Ancestry.com, 23andMe, and GEDmatch, private databases where people go to trace their roots. The technique has led to breaks in high-profile cases like Valentine Sally just this month.
Any of those cases give us hope.
So why hasn't that technology helped solve this murder?
We ruled out at least 20 children that we are sure is not our baby Jane Doe.
And even though the years drag on with no leads,
nobody's more frustrated than we are about this.
The detective who was first on the scene that day remains hopeful.
Someday we're going to find out who she is. It's just a tragedy.
Christine Byers, 5 on your side.
If you have any information about this case, please call St. Louis Police. St. Louis Police are asking you to please call Crime Stoppers. That number is 866-371-TIPS. Callers can remain anonymous, and you can read more about baby Jane Doe's remains and how they were recently exhumed for further DNA testing. You can read Christine's full report on KSDK.com.
Can I say something real fast? Come on. Come on, no, come up. Everybody, this is Major Dace. He's the head of homicide in the city of St. Louis.
My mistake. Maybe I have it wrong, but he wanted us to play this. I forget why. I'm going to get the full detail and do this properly. We're going to dedicate a whole show to this. This is from 314 Bird Studio 7 YouTube channel.
First of all, let me clarify. I was transferred Monday, so I'm over South Patrol. But for somebody who has intimate knowledge of this case, and for you guys who did work on this, you guys hit it out of the park, man. I mean, this is an outstanding job. So much factual stuff. And, I mean, you did an outstanding job. And I just want to tell you that I know one thing for sure: your mom is proud of you.
Can I say something real fast?
So let me start over. I think I was muted. So this is a trailer for his documentary. So Ted is going to get his phone number for the bird guy and talk to him and find out how we can do this properly. We have a 2-hour and 9-minute documentary, not this one. This is just the minute trailer type thing. 2-hour and 9-minute documentary. We're going to play for you in full. I might even do it tonight if we don't do a call-in show, I will do just that. And the first time, no interruptions, no nothing. We're going to play it properly to get it on here, and I'll share all his link, not the link to the documentary, but just anything he wants to share with you guys, like his socials or his YouTube page or whatever he wants you to have. Not the link for the actual documentary, because he made a special one. So I will play it for you tonight. And then if we do it, we'll do it again probably, and kind of we'll be able to pause and add commentary to it, and just Ted and I could talk about it. And if he wanted to call in, he'll be on the show, whatever they wanted to do. Okay. I think I was muted when I said that last. So here, this is how we're going to finish the show. Ted hasn't replied to me. All right. So we'll probably finish the show after this. This is for the little Jane Doe case that we were just talking about, the yellow sweater and the unidentified 40-year-old cold case from St. Louis that Ted, I guess, stumbled on when he was in the area yesterday. Now, this is his logo, Cardinal Bird, 314 Studios. And here's I'll play it maybe twice, and then I'm going to end the show. Right? So thanks for being here, guys. You've been wonderful. Keep your notifications on. If Ted doesn't want to do a live stream tonight, I will most likely set up this documentary to play it in full tonight, uninterrupted, because I don't want to do it on a call-in show and all that. I want to give it justice and play it properly. And right, so just know that that's Ted's plan. And it was my mistake thinking Ted would be out in St. Louis today, because the guy who made this wanted to take Ted around to all the different, anything related to this case, any of the scenes, and show him around St. Louis, and also correct some information that was incorrectly stated on some of the news stories over the, I guess, years. So we'll find out more about this. But okay, so here it is. This is just like the trailer thing. All right, guys. So I'll play this and then outro. So, oh, I wonder if this guy. I would love something like this for my outro. This is the type of video. If I could learn how to make something like this for, and I need a proper outro. So maybe I'll talk to this guy if he wanted to make a true crime outro, and he can put his. Oh, I'd love something, because I need an outro, an intro for my show. Doesn't it be a song? But this is the type of thing, like quick, concise, very well put together, little trailer type deal. So you guys have a great day. Keep your notifications on. Most likely you'll see me again somewhere tonight. And we're going to watch this, and I'm out of here. Have a great day. Bye.